try.
Yeah, I don't see anything either.
Okay. I think it.
Yep.
Now you do?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Just says waiting on you. So I'm assuming it's got a delay.
Waiting on me?
It says waiting for Doodle.
No. Waiting for Doodle? Where? Where do you see that?
It's live, you guys.
Are we
Wait,
live?
it's got
Yes.
yeah, but it's still got the same name for Dominica.
Oh, damn it. Okay, let me try.
There we go.
Okay. Live.
Live from New York. It's Saturday night. Oh, sorry.
Haven't met yet. And then, luckily, I saved the description with all your links, thinking that might happen. So I copied and pasted it. All right, let's see now. Met yet. All right.
Oh, there.
It's live. The title still looks the same. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to change it directly to YouTube. And in the meantime, while I'm doing that, how about you guys introduce yourselves, say your name, your channel, what you ride, and then we'll get into questions. So Amanda, you want to start?
Okay. Oh my goodness. Hello, I'm Amanda. My channel name is As the Magpie Flies. I make motorcycle travel content. I do long distance traveling and motorcycle camping and ADV. Cool. Hi. Thank you.
Whoever wants to go next, just jump right in.
I said we should go in order. So wait.
Heather.
There you go.
Me.
There we go.
I'm Heather. I'm
Brady Bunch.
I'm MotoBlonde. I'm in New York. I ride 2020 Harley Davidson Lowrider S. And I do motovlogs, work on my bike, and I have a charity bike I'm building to give away for veterans.
Oh, sick, dude.
Very nice.
That's so cool.
That's awesome. Damn, girl. MotoKari?
All right. I'm Carrie, MotoKari, aka I ride a 2018 Triumph Street Triple R. That's my street queen. Just recently kind of commandeered my husband's 2018 Street Triple RS. That's going to be my track mule for the next few years. Yeah, so he's bike shopping, which is exciting. But
Nice.
yeah, so that's pretty much me in a nutshell right now. So off to
Triumph. Yeah.
Yes.
I'm Whit. Whitney. I go by Whit here on YouTube, Whit Meza. I do more long distance endurance riding, so iron butt, trying to get my certifications on those sort of things, and then travel throughout the United States doing some rentals, and that's pretty much my main focus, besides showcasing some moto moms on my live stream as well. So I have a 883 Sportster Harley Davidson.
Nice.
Noise.
Yeah. What up, dudes? My name's Olivia, or you guys may know me as Killswitch Queen on here. I make motorcycle videos, a lot of how-tos, tutorials. I'm building a wasteland motorcycle, another wasteland motorcycle. Having fun with it. Having fun sharing stuff, what I'm doing in the shop, all that good stuff. Oh, we got another dude. Woo, we made it.
Shut up.
Anyway,
How long were you waiting for approval?
he popped in at the perfect
Thankfully, I'm
moment.
here. I'm here. You guys can hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. I didn't. Were you waiting long? I was like, where is
No, no. Yeah, it's all your fault, Doodle.
it? Really is. I didn't realize it. Okay, sorry. Who did I interrupt? Olivia or Whit?
No, Olivia.
No, that's he's good. He popped in right at the perfect time. So, introduction time.
Okay, intro time. Ricky, so now it's your turn. So tell us your name, your channel, what you ride.
Oh, my God.
No pressure.
Ricky, if it makes you feel any better, I uploaded this live stream with a totally different name, and not even realizing it was live, I was talking. So don't worry, I'm setting the bar really low.
Nice, dude.
So tell us, Ricky, who are you? What's your channel?
Hello, everyone. First of all, it's an honor to be here with all you BMFers. I've been watching most of you for a long time, so it's pretty surreal to be here with all of you guys, ladies. So thank you for having me. My name's Ricky. I'm a photographer. It's a long story. I was born in Hartford, lived in Puerto Rico, and then in 2017 moved here to Austin, Texas. I bought my 2018 Indian Scout bobber in 2018, and I've been taking pictures and videos ever since.
Mm-hmm. And he takes very, very beautiful pictures and videos.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Yeah, like on your, I meant to ask you, you don't have to tell us right now if you don't want, but like your, and Amanda, you are really good at this too. Your night photography camping shots are stunning. Mm-hmm. Where you like, you can see all the stars and like your tent like lit up. I'm like, oh, that's gorgeous. Yeah.
Is that
that is very kind, exposure? But Ricky's definitely better than me.
Oh, come on, Amanda. There's levels to this. How about those time lapse that you use on your videos? They're amazing.
Mm-hmm. The skills we need to learn here on my end.
Yeah, big facts.
I'm still
Amanda's videos always look like documentaries, dude. Like they're so you come in with all those clean shots. I'm like, man, am I watching TV or what? This is so good.
Did I pay for my ticket to watch this? I don't know.
Yeah. And the storytelling is pretty amazing. It's one of my favorites. I love the shots and all that, but just following along the story, especially because when I started watching you ladies, I didn't have a motorcycle, so I was like super addicted to watching all your adventures and all that. So yeah, thank you for bringing us along.
Neat. I didn't know that.
Thank you.
Cool. And before we went live, before I hit the live button, I told Killswitch Queen that I would answer a question for her because we were talking about me being sexist, and I got so I was telling her I'm going to tell her what that meant.
Yeah. But, so what happened?
Yeah. So okay, wait. You know what? Hold on. Let me email this live stream link to Robin Lady. She's going to join, and while I do that, maybe one of you can share. How you started riding?
Oh, are we going in order again?
Yeah,
and go.
Short answer is I started riding in 2012 because I moved to Portland, Oregon, and I couldn't bring horses with me. So motorcycles were the next best thing, and also the cheapest way for me to get from Oregon to Montana and back. So I started the whole thing like aimed at doing long distance, and that was the whole reason I started riding. Yep. That's it.
Sweet. Awesome.
Heather.
Oh, so my like 2008, my ex-husband, I didn't want to ride. He decided he wanted to start riding, and he bought like a junk bike, and I think it fell apart shortly after he bought it. But I decided I didn't trust him, and I wanted nothing to do with like being on the back of the bike, and I wanted my own. So I took the course, and that's how I got my license. But
hell yeah, you wanna be in the driver's seat, baby.
Yeah.
Dude, like riding on the back is so scary.
I know.
I rode on the back for a while. No,
let's just say I'm not a very good passenger when driving either. Like I'm a backseat driver, so put that into consideration and trying to sit on the back too. Yeah, it's not a good mix.
Yeah, I think all of us that choose to ride, like I think we all natively we're horrible backseat drivers when it comes to actually being in a car. I'm the worst. Like I will freely admit to that. I mean, you can ask my husband point blank. He's just like, babe, shut up. I'm so done with listening to you.
You need a distraction. You gotta like put your head down, get on the phone or something.
Exactly, and I do. I'll bury myself in my phone. I'm not looking. Think of airbags.
Yeah, I don't know how my wife does it back there. She falls asleep. She's like, "Oh man, I'm falling asleep." I'm like, "You're a brave soul, man. I don't know how you do it."
I've done that.
She really trusts you.
Yeah.
That probably helps too. When I was my first time on the back, I didn't like the guy so much. That was mean.
Anyway, Carrie, it's your turn.
Okay.
Is it on the rotation? All right. Get started into writing. It was mostly my dad. I wrote on the back of his when I was a kid, and it just kind of like it planted the seed in my brain. Like this is something I want to do for the rest, or at least not the rest of my life. Like a big part of it. It was never just like a bucket list item. And then it wasn't until I was older and I got into it, was able to actually go out, commit to getting a motorcycle and getting the license. And then my husband crashed, and it started out being like a us thing. And then he crashed, and it's like, are we really going to do this or not? And we decided after he healed up, of course, he got on the bike. He's like, we're going to do this, right? I'm like, you're crazy, but okay, yeah, we're doing this. So that was 5 years ago, and it's been awesome ever since. So.
Whoa.
Hell yeah.
And
Hey,
Robin
Robin.
joined us. Hey, Robin.
Hi, Robin.
Hey, Robin.
Hi guys, can you hear me well?
Yes.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Robin the lady biker.
So California is very well represented in this group right now.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that.
Love it. I love it.
Robin, you want to tell everybody your name, your channel, what your channel about, what you ride?
I'm Robin, and I go by Robin the Lady Biker pretty much across all of my platforms. And my channel is mainly about just encouraging people to get out and do the things that might scare them, but are what make life so full. So it's all about empowerment and, living life. So that's what my channel is mainly focused on, and my Instagram as well. But I have the bike I ride the most is my 2020 Harley Davidson Road King. And then the one that I learned to ride on, which I still have, he's my boy Bob, is a 2002 Harley Davidson Fat Boy. And that is a family bike. I'm the third person in my family to own it.
Aww,
Dude, that's really cool.
That's so awesome.
That's cool. Okay. Did anyone else want to share why they started riding?
Whit was next.
Mine's not like nothing out of the ordinary, but just put me on the spot. Go for it. I grew up riding dirt bikes around our family farm, our dairy farm. And so my dad always took us out for baseball and basketball games. We'd ride on the back of his Harley to them. But it wasn't until I got married, we actually had financial, more worked and had money that we could spend. So we bought our bikes then. And because it's always been something where I've seen people ride, I'm like, eventually I'm going to get a bike. I'm going to get a bike. But once in our first or second year after marriage, after we paid for our wedding, we had the means to be able to do it. And that's when we decided to do it. So I dragged my husband into the dealership with me, and we walked out with the bike that same day.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Really cool.
And that's my husband that just gave the super chat. Thank you, Cody.
That's awesome.
That's awesome.
What's up, Cody?
Okay, Olivia, you're next, right?
What's the
Tell us how you
question? No.
how you started riding?
How I started riding?
Yeah.
I started riding when I first met my boyfriend. He had it was like an early 2000s Gixxer 750, and I rode on the back of it all the way from Sacramento to Hollister, which is like a good 3-hour ride, I think, and not comfortable on the back of a Super Sport for many hours. So I was like, you know what, this is not cool. I need to get my own. That's how I ended up on the back. I got a little Ninja 250. He helped me get that first bike, and I was terrified of it. Absolutely terrified of it. I'll never forget just being like so scared. The first time I rode onto the street, I was like, oh my God, I'm going to die. And then, it's so scary at first, even though you want it so bad, right? Like you want to ride. But yeah, I just got hooked, and here I am.
How about you, Ricky?
So yeah, I didn't grow up around motorcycles, but I've always loved them. I used to see what's it called, motocross racing with my brother. and it seems so far away, man. I always was in love watching it, but my parents were totally against it, totally against motorcycles. So never had one. And then when I moved to Texas in 2017, I'm like, I need a transportation to get to work. I could buy a motorcycle. My parents aren't around, so I bought a bike online for $1,500. It came in a box. I had no clue of nothing of how to put on a bolt or any, just to give you an insight of how much I didn't know. I didn't even know what Loctite was.
I don't know.
Oh my God, that's amazing.
Yeah. I remember people saying, no, you're going to need a Loctite for this and that. I'm like, Loctite? First of all, how do you even spell that? What is that? So just to give you a background. So look at Doodle. She's like, I cannot believe it.
I'm shocked. A motorcycle in a box.
In a box. It came in a box. I got a picture around here. So it came in a box, put that one together, and I rode it for about 1,000 miles. And then obviously I didn't know nothing about mechanics, so I run that one to the ground. Barely did any maintenance. But then I got a raise at work, and I was like, you know what? I'm going all in, and I'm going to buy the bike of my dreams. And that's how I got that one. And now I promise you, I'm a lot better with mechanics. Killswitch, don't kill me, Killswitch, please. I'm sorry.
Yeah, don't fantastic way to
don't
dive
run
in,
into the
though.
ground.
You literally had no other option.
Yeah. And I've been fascinated with it. Now I totally understand the gear has. Now that I'm getting more into it, and especially now that I'm an Indian motorcycle ambassador, I better know what the hell I'm talking about. So yeah, I've been getting a lot more into it, and I totally get it. And yeah, my next bike. So this bike that I got, I was super happy to get it straight off the showroom, no mods at all. Maybe the exhaust or this and that. It was just how I wanted it. My next bike, I'm for sure looking to customize as much as I can.
Yeah.
Hell yeah,
Nice.
man. That's what it's all about.
Now, how did you find a bike in a box? Where'd you buy that from?
Google.
Amazon.
No, but it wasn't on Amazon. Now I think now they sell it on Amazon, but at that time it was
They
just
do.
a random website. And I started watching reviews, and I was gonna get something similar to the Grom, but from China, also like $1,500. And then I saw this one, which is a dual sport, and it's a lot bigger, still also 250cc, and I was like, yeah, this is the one, and it's super fun, man. I really love that bike. And then I still have it. I repaired it. I swapped the engine, took everything off, put it back on. So I learned. I learned how to tune the carburetor. Yeah.
Wow.
Right on, man.
Awesome.
All because of YouTube.
Yep. I believe it. Robin, how about you? How did you start riding?
Well, I started as a passenger when I think I was 4 with my dad, and I rode passenger off and on until 2 years ago, a little over 2 years ago. And we were in the process of the youngest one finishing high school. We just got word we were moving from Texas to California, and I wanted something for myself and a new challenge. So I thought, I'll go get my license and ride my own bike. Why not? And so about this time, that's when the bike, my first bike, my Bob, got away from the family, and the guy that had bought him called my dad and said, hey man, I'm thinking I'm gonna go ahead and sell the bike, and I promised I'd let you know if I ever got rid of it. And my dad had just got a new one for himself. I think that's when he bought his Ultra Classic. Anyway, he's like, well, let me call my daughter because she may want one. And he goes, hey baby, Bob's on the market again. And I was like, it's mine. And I hung up on him so I could call and get the bike. So before I even took the course. So took the course. I actually didn't pass the first time, which I think was my first video on YouTube was about that whole experience, and had to go back and practice, and went back and finally got my license. I rode in Texas for like a hot minute, put him on the trailer, and moved to California. So where I live, we're kind of like in the mountains. So all of our driveways are like this. So I learned how to ride on a Harley Fat Boy in the hills and mountains of California. So that's kind of how I started it all. And then I went from that to my Road King. So from the soft tail to the touring within about 15 months, I was like, okay, I've got this one nailed. I'm ready for the big kid.
Nice. That's
But
tough. It's always tough when you learn on the hills. Like that's always the
Oh, it
scary part.
is. I know, like trying to start uphill, it's like,
Yeah.
and then even forget trying to make a turn on top of that. But I mean, now
Oh yeah, it's always sketchy.
But yeah, no, it's you know, once you get the bug, you can't go back. It's you get hooked. So
Yep.
and now I love it. So I even ride to the grocery store. It's like, okay, what can I get? Do I need a bag to strap this onto my motorcycle?
Do you strap it on, or do you have saddlebags, hard cases?
Well, it depends on where you're going. If you're going to Costco, you're going to fill up both bags and need to strap.
It really
Yes,
saves. I usually spend a lot at the grocery store unless I'm on my bike, and then I know like I can only get this much.
Right?
The
Yeah.
essentials. Yeah.
So that's, but no, it's you just get hooked, and then it's something that you never want to let go of. So.
Oh yeah.
So throw a question out kind of to everybody for new riders then, because I know all of us kind of got started. It sounds like we eventually had to move out of the parking lot. Like, what would be the biggest piece of advice you would give someone that's kind of making that transition to going to the streets from just parking lot practice or just out of the safety course? Like, what would be the advice you wish you heard?
I think probably don't feel bad to take it at whatever pace you want. Like, I literally didn't leave parking lots for a long time. And actually, it wasn't only, I just left them because I had to the first time. Like, I think I didn't have a trailer to get to my class, a riding class I wanted to take. So I had to get on the highway, and I was like, oh, that wasn't bad at all. And yeah, I don't know though. But I mean, parking lots are fun too. I think it's fine to just take it at whatever pace you want.
Yeah,
Hey,
spin off of
parking
that, I
lots
think-
are hard.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
that's a tough skill. Slow speed is also very difficult. So
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah, it
I
is.
think emphasizing that like do it at your own pace is so important. Because
Mhm.
like I contradictorily, I got a lot of shit because I didn't stay in the parking lot long enough in other people's view.
According to who?
I had old white dudes.
Open up a can of worms.
I got a lot of shit for like taking my first like long trips, like over 500 miles within the first 6 months of having my bike. And also, I want to emphasize that everybody drops their bike. Okay.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
literally everybody.
First
And-
night. First night.
Oh my
Oh,
god! Like it should be hella normalized more than it is right now, and I think like the trolls who are like, "Well, I've never dropped my bike," are lying.
Lying.
No, you know what I think though, because I met a guy at one of the classes I took at the MSF place, and he was like 6'4" and really strong, and he told me that he's been riding 15 years, but he's never dropped a bike, and then he told me that he has torn a lot of ligaments making sure he wouldn't drop it. I'm like, okay, so you're strong
What
enough.
an ego.
yeah, he didn't
rather
drop
drop a
it,
bike.
but at what cost? That's not worth it. Let it go, dude.
No.
Literally let it go.
Yeah.
Yeah, like,
I like all my ligaments intact. So let that bike hit the ground, okay?
yeah.
Yeah, I agree. The ego plays a big part of it, right? Especially, when you have friends around or whatever. But it's like you ladies are saying, definitely do it at your own pace. And those techniques that you learn on the parking lot are the fundamentals. So I still go till this day because I took it very serious. I didn't go and take the course before 2 years after actually riding, which I don't recommend at all. I definitely, once I did take the course, I was like, why the hell did I wait so long? This is so much fun. You learn the fundamentals, what matters when you're on the road. So definitely take your time. And like you guys say, it's a lot of fun to spend time on the parking lot.
And I guess don't be afraid to try different things, whether it is like different weather or different times of the day, like just kind of play around with that part of it. That's where I would recommend. Man, we got a whole crew here now.
We got
it's all full now.
Paddy Outback and 2 Wheels Down just joined.
Hey,
guys.
How you doing?
You guys want to introduce yourselves? Tell everyone who you are. What's your channel? What do you ride?
Who's the Outback? You want to start?
Yeah, I'll go on. So, my name's Paddy Outback. I live in Townsville in North Queensland in Australia, and I ride a Suzuki V-Strom 650, or as I like to call it, the Toyota Camry of motorcycles, because I'm a boring person. Yeah, so that's what I ride, and that's where I am.
Hell yeah.
Okay. My YouTube moniker is Swami. My channel is 2 Wheels Down. It's me and my wife and one of my friends. We ride together. Well, my wife is just starting to ride. She's literally finishing up her motorcycle license, and she bought her bike, and she's joined in. I started doing motovlogs about 9 months ago. I ride essentially what is a disposable camera of motorcycles, a Kawasaki 900 Vulcan. I love it to death. I don't care. I've been riding for 9 years, and I'm enjoying meeting all the awesome motovloggers. I'm a huge fan of the Magpie that's right there, and really happy to be on. And also Zito, you're amazing too, and Meza, great. Like the rest of you guys I'm getting to know. And Robin just subscribed to me today, and I subscribed to her, so she's awesome too. So.
Oh, sweet.
Stuff on your channel.
Awesome.
Sorry, I didn't hear that.
Good stuff on your channel.
Thank you. I'm trying my best. Some of the people like it. Other people are telling me I got to get a Hero 8 or whatever. But I'm a bartender, and because of COVID, I haven't been able to work for 10 months, so I can't afford to get anything. And I'm using my Evo 10 till get back to work. Once I get back to work, then I'll buy the camera and shit.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Don't mean to swear. All right.
It's just proof is that you do it with whatever you have right now. You don't have to buy a bunch of fancy cameras to get started.
Yep. Some channels are kind of pushing that I got to get the high-end gear. I'm like, I'm going to wait.
Well, tell them to buy it for you and ship it.
Exactly.
Yes. Make a wish list and link it to them.
Or if GoPro would like to sponsor me, that'd be really cool too.
There you go. Put it out there in the universe. I'm telling you, that stuff will just start to come if you do.
Tell me about
it. All right. Do you guys want to tell everyone? And how about this? I'm gonna let this up to you. Whatever you think you rather talk about. Either why don't you tell? Yankee Media said sub to everyone. Yankee Media. That's Bo on Chase on 2 Wheels channel. Yeah.
Bo's in the chat. Bo, what up, dude?
Bo's doing the Lord's work right now.
Man.
He's the best. Like one of the most extra.
He was in Arizona, right?
Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't get to meet him.
Oh. No, yes, you did. He was in your video. No, it wasn't yours. It was that wasn't yours. That wasn't it was who was it?
Brandon, I think. Oh no,
it wasn't Brandon. It was the other person you sent.
The Marvel kid.
Yes. I didn't finish it. I was like, oh crap, I've got a live stream to do. So but he was in Marvel's video. Okay, about the Indian. But anyways, why don't you guys tell everybody either why you started YouTube, like why you started making YouTube videos, or maybe if you could recommend any video on your channel, what would it be? And what's going on in it? What's it about? And we'll go in order. Start with Amanda, or whoever wants to start.
The pro.
We need to. Yeah.
And this is so embarrassing, but you know what? It's live. I gotta pee really bad. So if you answer that, I will be right back.
Let Cody bring Cody. Let him run the show.
Right?
Yeah.
He's the fill-in.
I started my YouTube channel like not to really share it with a bunch of people. It was purely because I can't keep a journal to save my life. And I figured it would be easier for me to talk to a camera. And I quit my job when I worked at a tattoo shop because it was a super shitty work environment. And I lived off my motorcycle for 2.5 months. And I didn't think I was going to be able to ever do anything like that ever again. So I wanted to document it so that I could live through it again. And I just kind of ended up posting it on YouTube because it was a good like cloud resource for me to put them somewhere so that my family could watch them. And then by the end of the time that I had finished editing all the videos after I'd gotten back and I wasn't going to post anymore, and people are like, so when's the next video? I was like, oh, I didn't know other people were watching these. Okay. And it kind of snowballed from there, and here we are.
Amen to that.
Hi, I'm back.
Heather, it's your turn.
Okay. So I started because I was obsessed. I got a new bike and I was obsessively watching YouTube, trying to like mod it out and learn how to do everything. And then I like found every motovlogger, Doodle, and these two right here, Amanda. They were like and Whit, some of the first ones I started watching. So I was like obsessed with it, and I said, there's not too many females like doing it in general and like working on their bikes. And so I was like, once I get obsessed with something, then like I want to do it. So I was like all in. I'm like, I'm going to do this too. And I kind of saw that as my opening to like fit in somewhere and where there wasn't a huge, you know, a lot of people doing it that I could find. So that's why I started. And then it turned into what we're doing now. And then we decided to build bikes for charity. And that's kind of where, I don't know. That's that. That's my channel.
That's awesome though. That's really cool because I feel like a lot of people do start that way. They start watching other creators, right? And then they're like, I could do this. Yeah. Like you feel your own little niche, and you know you find your video. So that's sick.
And
I gotta say hi.
No,
I just want to say hi to Amanda's mom. Hi.
Amanda's mom is here.
Hi.
Hey, what's up?
What do we just call her Amanda's mom? What do we call
Can't wait to meet her.
Yeah,
Amanda's mom is Mama Zito.
Mama Zito.
Mama Zito.
Thank you.
Yes.
I love that. Thank you.
All right. Who's next?
I think Carrie's next.
Carrie?
I am next. Yeah. It's been so long I don't remember really. I think mostly it started just because I was still relatively new to riding, and at that point, this was like a little over 4 years ago. There really weren't many women doing it, like documenting it openly. And there were some big hitters. I think Cat Cam was making videos at that point, and like one or two others that had been doing it for a long time. But there really wasn't much of a community that I could find. So I started doing it, and that got me kind of into the community of basically motovloggers, other people making motorcycle content at that point. So it started out kind of innocently enough, like let's just make it and see what happens. I really didn't enjoy editing at the beginning, and now I kind of do it for a living. So it's funny how the world works that way. But that's pretty much it. And just looking back, it's like you can see the journey, and that's kind of reflecting on like Amanda and Heather, like what they were saying. Like you look back at your early videos and you think like, man, we've come a really long way. Like with the bikes we ride, with how we ride, with what we're making, how we're making it. Like see the progression over time, and that's pretty cool too.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Whit, it's your turn.
Okay, sounds good.
Thanks, Amanda.
So I guess I started, it'll be a full year in a week or two. I think I started mid-April last year for my sake. And the real purpose for me was, I had all the events planned. So Babes Ride Out, I had Blacktop Rambles going out to Utah. I had all of these things on the books that I was like, I need to capture. And I love doing photographs, but that's really super hard to do while you're riding a motorcycle. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna get video, and this is kind of my documentary. I'm sharing my experience. But all those events, quote unquote, got canceled for that year, but I still was able to take them in my own sort of way and do rentals through that end of it. But I tried iron butt around Lake Michigan, and that's kind of my light bulb moment for myself. Like, there's not a lot of long distance endurance riding footage here on YouTube, and I am going to attempt a 48 states in 10 days challenge this summer. And that's kind of my main focus for this year, but it's really to showcase a lot of that side. There are so many incredible people that are doing these day after day, pretty much months, that people do 1,000 miles or even more, 1,500 miles a day, but I want to kind of shine a light on that side of motorcycling. So that is my attempt to do, and that's my channel right now. Yeah.
Dude, you're so hardcore, man. Just like even saying that you're gonna attempt something like that, that takes big cojones. So props
I'm
to
so
you.
excited.
I'm so naive about it. I think I won't realize it until like day 2 or day 3 and be like, what have I gotten myself into?
It's like
But I like
too late.
the challenge.
Too late. You already left. Yeah.
I'm committed,
You're already
and
on it.
I'm committed, and I'm very what's the word for it? But I'm like, I don't know what, but I just have to get it done. I have to complete it. I have to be able to do what I said I did, and I like the challenge.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah.
More woman than I am.
Nice.
Wow. I'm just so amazed that you're like to watch like moms doing this, because I mean I watched my niece do for 2 hours and I am so burnt out. And
I think you're just not used to it. You're not in that rhythm day after day, and it takes a lot more out of you than I think what normal parents are just kind of used to. But yeah, it's a good struggle, and I understood that balance full well this last year as my husband was deployed. But this next year when he comes back, he knows full well I am gone every single weekend that I can get out there and ride. So, yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. And Robin, I guess you have kids too. You mentioned having an oldest at one point.
Oh yeah, all of mine are in college in Texas. So I mean, I'm an empty nester, and so it's really kind of nice.
Yeah.
That's like how many years away for me?
Oh, it'll be there so quick though, dude.
Yeah, well.
It does. Yeah, now if I can just get the 3 of them on a bike.
Wow, what a cool Bob.
All right, what was the question? Why did we start making videos?
Yeah, up to you. Either why did you start making YouTube videos, or if you got one video on your channel to recommend, what would it be?
I started making like moto vlogs, I think, because I started watching like so many years ago, like Baker X Derrick, Arson Rides. So I think Suburban Delinquent was making videos. Chase on 2 Wheels. Who else? Like Leadpin, Adrian Nickelodeon. Like some of these guys who's been making videos for a long time, right? I love their videos so much, and like A Girl and Her Bike, Gina.
Yes,
I loved watching her. I was like, there's not a lot of women doing this. She started like doing that hardcore, at least as far as I remember. Who else? I feel like there were a lot of just a couple of women who were getting big doing it. So I was like, okay, I could do this. Like, I want to try it. Try making moto vlogs. And then my channel is kind of like it's been on since then. But I'm getting back into it.
I mean, you've been busy teaching yourself to be a professional moto mechanic.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
well, that's what I like to do.
Just by the way, Killswitch Queen became a professional moto mechanic. No school. She taught herself.
Nice.
Amazing.
BMF.
All right.
I love it, dude. That's what I like doing, and I try now to incorporate more videos of doing that. So it's like work and what I like, and getting to switch it up and do the videos too. Because I think I like doing the videos more. So and trying to mix it up, but that's me.
Well, too much, too often of anything, like a job, oftentimes can just get old, I think.
Very much so.
Very true.
Oh yes, Shade Tree Surgeon too. He was another one I started watching.
He's still a mechanic, right?
Cool. Sure. Yeah.
I don't think he would call himself a mechanic, but he works on bikes. I think I've
He
heard
has a
him say
lift.
that.
Yeah.
He's got a garage.
Hey, he's probably better than most of the people I know working on their bikes. So he's awesome. Anyway, next in line,
Ricky.
Hey, yes.
The voice of chocolate.
Voice of chocolate.
Yeah.
You know what? I saw that afterwards. I was like, oh my god.
You
She's
got
the
like
best.
Well, it's because the first time I watched one of Ricky's videos, it was no face, it was all audio. So that's when you really like can listen to a person's voice. And he was narrating this like beautiful drone footage of him riding like in the country, his moto camping, and I'm like, oh my gosh, this guy is like the next Morgan Freeman. It's really, really cool.
You're too sweet. You're too sweet.
I'm serious.
Yeah,
You got
Ricky,
really
so
cool
what's your
stuff.
hourly? So you can
I would be honored.
Yeah, he's got some really, really neat videos. And,
Thank you. I appreciate it. So I wasn't thinking about doing a YouTube channel or anything like that. I got the bike, so there weren't at that time a lot of these bikes, and especially the exhaust that I bought. So I was like, I know how to do videos. I've been doing videos for a while now, so I'm just gonna go ahead and put up a video together to showcase the exhaust. I did like a first impressions video, and it was my first video, and it blew up. It like 600,000 views it has right now. So
was that your camping video or your Indian Scout review?
No, this one is the first impressions of the exhaust.
Okay.
So it's like the first video on my channel, and it's just doing some run-bys of the exhaust and giving my impressions, and it went crazy. So then I wanted to do a second video, but then since that one was so good, the views were so good, I felt the pressure. I was like, oh my god, I got to deliver a really good one. So I got into that mindset, and I kept on procrastinating, and then the world was flipped on its head. So I had more than enough time. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to do a review of the bike, and I'm going to go all in, like everything that I could learn, all the cameras that I bought. I'm going to try to do as best as I can to see if it does good too. And also it did really, really good. So
yeah,
I kept on getting messages like, you should keep on doing it. You should keep on doing it. And I'm like, I'm stupid if I don't keep on doing this. So that's what I'm doing now.
No, I mean, I'm glad to hear that, because I'm like, I gotta get Ricky in here, so it is on record that I called it. I called that he's gonna be here before he is.
I knew you and me were gonna be best friends. I gotta put you in contact also with my wife. My wife is a big fan of a lot of you ladies.
Oh, that's so sweet. Those are some of my favorite. The ones like the guys who message me and are like, "Me and my watch love to watch you." I'm like, yes, that's so adorable.
I love
Y'all are
that.
having like date night with my videos.
I try to make her watch as many as I can, the things that I watch, but she's not interested until it's like, some of you ladies. She's like, okay, yeah, I can watch her.
Yeah.
She's watching right now, so say hi to her.
Hi, Mrs. Martin.
Hi,
Miss
wife.
Martin.
Hi, wife.
Mrs. Not So Martin.
Her name is pretty complicated, so it's Ariadna. You guys could call her Ari, like Ariana Grande.
Yeah, that's one
Look
of my
at that, everybody
company
saying
names.
Hi, Ari.
Look at that.
Aw, hi, Ari.
So yeah, no, the goal now is to keep on doing videos. Like I'm into, I'm not gonna be posting regularly, like every week or anything like that. I don't think I could get to that level right now, because this is all new to me, doing videos and all that. But I'm definitely, trying to do the best I can with each video that I have. Like right now, I just came back from Arizona, riding the new Indian motorcycle Chief, which is freaking amazing. If you guys haven't seen it, definitely check it out. So I'm working on that video, comparing it to my Indian Scout, talking about the whole experience, because we also filmed like a video for Indian motorcycle. It's going to be published soon. So I want to do like a behind the scenes, because you ladies know what and guys, you know what I'm talking about. A lot of these opportunities that we get is because of the people that follow us. So I definitely want to give them all the ins and outs, make them feel like they're with me, because I wouldn't be there without them. So I'm definitely very appreciative.
Aww.
Look at her two wheels. What's up? I got to meet her two wheels. What a cool person. I'm amazed that these people have such a big audience, and they have such a big influence in the motorcycle industry, and they just walk around like, hey, what's up? Hey, how you doing? Just like everybody else. Her and Blockhead.
Like, do you know what?
They should. I'm like, you should. Like, hello, you bring a lot to the table. And no, they're like super, super cool people. So it was an honor to be associated with those.
Aww. That's awesome. All right. Robin, you want to go next? You either want to tell us why you started YouTube and or a top video of yours you want to recommend?
Well, my top video won't come until like September, when I put it up after going to Amanda's event, because I'm going to be headed to Rocky Mountain Roll.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Me too.
You're going to go too?
Yes, and I don't have any camping gear, so I'm looking at damn. Oh my god, dude.
High five.
Amanda has the links. Amanda has the links.
But no, why I started, it was a couple of different things. I've been in the fitness industry for about 15 years, and about 2 years ago, I realized I was kind of tapping out with what I could achieve there, and that. And also, I'm also a cancer survivor. Wow. So, you have a shelf life in the fitness industry, and then having that on top of everything, you can only do it for so long. But part of what really just makes me, it just feeds my soul, is empowering other people to realize that they're so much more capable than anyone ever lets them believe they can be. And so I'm like, okay, what can I do? And I started looking at different things. And this was about the time that I'd started riding. And I was watching videos, from like John Maxwell and different people like that, like Heather was doing, trying to figure out how the heck am I going to work on my bike? Because, dealerships are expensive. And then I ran across actually Doodle's channel and Amanda's channel as the Magpie flies. And I'm like, these ladies are pretty cool. This is kind of awesome. And so I started, that was in the back of my brain. And then I got into a few things where a few ladies had come up to me and talked to me and like, oh my gosh, it's so cool that you ride and this, but I can't do that. I'm a girl. And I'm like, what am I, a duck? So it was all about, okay, apparently the word is not getting out there. Just because you're a female doesn't mean you have to ride a specific thing or you have to sit on the back. It's pick the bike that you want, learn how to modify it, learn how to change it, practice those slow speed skills. But one of the things I wanted to throw out there, because I've been kind of watching some of this chat and I can't multitask that well, so I'm not.
I know it's hard.
Yeah, DL Lionheart, got to give a shout out, dude. Awesome. I don't know if anyone saw his whenever I scrolled through. I think he said something about like he hasn't ridden in 30 years because of an accident, but he's about to get back on the bike. Amen. That is the kind of
man.
Be lion.
So that, that for me, getting the messages from, I've been off the bike for years, but I'm gonna get back on, or, I never thought I would be brave enough to take the handlebars, but I'm gonna take the course and I'm gonna get a bike, or I just took the course and I just got my bike. Those are the things that make my heart swell. So I'm like, I just want other women and other men to know it doesn't matter. Just find the one that fits, get on two wheels or three, You know, not everyone's meant to be on 2. You might want to ride on 3, but get on the wheels and roll.
True.
And I wanted
Dang,
to pause a
Rob,
second.
you're so sweet.
I wanted to pause a
Dang
second.
sweet.
Motor Michelle said that she just finished chemo and she's getting back on her bike for the first time in a long time.
Wow.
So
That is
round of
awesome.
applause for Moto Michelle.
Yeah, and it's different coming back after it because your body just feels different, but it's just finding a new rhythm. You'll do it, girl.
That's so awesome, man.
I didn't know that about her.
She has like 5 kids, she said in the chat too, and she tries to take them out for the rides.
Wow.
Yeah, at least that's what I think if I'm putting the 2 and 2 together. That's what she mentioned before.
Wow.
That's so awesome.
I thought 3 was tough.
I'm like, 2 for 2 hours is tough.
If you have kids, just wait until they're legal to walk into a bar with you.
Oh my God.
I'm not ready for that. My son's birthday is always in spring break, so I'm terrified for his 21st birthday. It's
All right, Paddy
different.
Outback, you want to go next? Tell us why you started YouTube and or your favorite or your any video you want to shout out on your channel. You pick.
Okay, well, why I started YouTube, I suppose there's no great big story behind it. When I was thinking about learning to ride a motorcycle, I was probably about 5 years or so ago now. I was literally just researching bikes and stuff on YouTube, and that's how I discovered moto vlogging. And I just thought, yeah, I'll have a go at that. Why not? And that's basically why I'm here. That's basically what started me doing it. Interestingly, I think the first moto vlog I ever watched was actually one of Doodle's videos on her old Suzuki S40, because I was thinking of buying one. So I think yours was one of the first videos I ever came across.
Long time.
So you're
Me too.
partly responsible for this horror, and yeah. So when I decided to start doing it, though, like I realized, like obviously I live 10,000 miles away from most of my family, so I found it was a great way for them to you know, see what I was up to and stuff like that. Especially for my dad, it was like, see, Dad, I'm riding it sensibly. I'm not doing wheelies. I'm not riding like a shithead or crashing it. You can relax now. And that sort of stuff was, I suppose, a good byproduct of it all. Ever since then, I've gotten really into the whole thing, I guess. Like, I love editing the videos, and I love kind of planning what I'm going to do and stuff like that. It's just become a really cool hobby that I have, which is kind of great.
And also, Paddy just raised a ton of money for MS recently.
Yes.
Oh, that's awesome.
Nice, Paddy.
Yeah.
Nice.
I suppose to give you a bit of the backstory of that whole thing. During the presidential election in the US last year, I made a prediction on who was going to win. That turned out to be incorrect. And in the heat of the moment, I posted on my own personal Facebook page that if my prediction was incorrect, I would ride around the city in a ball gown. So,
Oh my gosh.
my prediction was wrong. I shall we say, backed the wrong horse. And,
Is this on your channel or on Instagram?
It
Yeah.
is. It's on his channel, and you should watch it because it's amazing.
I have to
It's
look
a
for it.
fantastic video.
And like,
Paddy Outback.
I didn't half-ass it. I went all out. I really went for it. Like, you know, so I figured that if I was doing it, I was doing it properly, and I would, you know, again, use it as a thing to raise funds for an MS charity here in Queensland and Australia. MS, I suffer MS myself, so it's obviously a cause that's close to my own heart. But so I decided, like I said, if I was paying out in the bet, was doing it properly, so I ended up like learning how to do makeup, everything. I did the whole thing properly.
Yeah, do it right.
So then there was the rather amusing sight of a 6'4" tall Irishman in a leopard print dress riding his motorcycle around my city. So it's well worth a watch anyway. But I ended up raising like $5,000 all up, and so it was a resounding success, which is great. Wow. And it was good fun. It was good to crack up.
I am so gonna go watch this video.
I think I found it. Drag bike ride, MS Queensland fundraiser.
Yes. Yeah. And I linked it in the chat for everybody as well.
Thank you,
I'm definitely watching this.
Yeah.
I gotta say, you look beautiful. You look great. You
rock
it really well.
Look at this leopard dress.
Damn.
You know how that dress? Where can I get that?
You can in this part of the video, you can actually see the guy who's getting into the use in the background. He does a double take when he hits my voice. It's funny. It's like because I don't think he was the person, and he heard this inverted commas woman with a really deep voice. Like, I ended up in the local newspapers, and I was interviewed on the local radio station, and everything. Awesome. So it created a bit of a buzz.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how you create a viral video.
Yeah, it's actually my worst performing video in ages.
Yeah, you guys go and share it so it does better, because it deserves all the views.
Yeah,
I'll check it out.
I'm definitely gonna share this.
So, but yeah, it was great fun, the whole thing, and it was a good laugh, and like I said, it raised a lot of money for a good cause and all that, which was great.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And it turns out I'm really good at doing makeup, so if you ever want tips, hit me up.
Thank you.
It sounds like you might have another channel in the making.
Maybe I should branch out a bit. Excellent. So that's mostly so that's kind of what I've been using my channel for lately, which is kind of good.
Hey, you gotta keep it fun, and you're doing it for a good cause. So that's so awesome, dude.
But, I think like that's kind of been how I've gone about my channel a lot anyway. I just try to keep it light and just like, I think riding motorcycles is fun, and I think that's what I kind of, and I think one of the, I suppose, the themes I've always had in my channel is that I think a lot of the motorcycle community, not a lot, but some, they take it real fucking serious, don't they? It's like, and I think I just try and keep it kind of light and stuff like that. Like in my videos, I openly admit I suck at riding motorcycles. I'm terrible at it. Every time I go off the road, I'm convinced I'm going to die. But I think like that's kind of part of what, I think that's part of the fun. It's this kind of just overcoming the fear and just going, well, fuck this, I'm doing it anyway, and just getting on with it.
Mm-hmm.
You wouldn't mind, but the one time I have actually motorcycle, I didn't catch it on camera, which is, but anyway, that's kind of what I get up on my channel. It's a combination of terrible motorcycle riding and a drag queen.
In a really cute dress.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My friend actually bought me that in a thrift shop for like $10, so it was a bargain.
Nice.
I need to hit up them thrift stores, dude. What a score!
Yeah. I just have to find another excuse to wear it now.
All right. And hey, for those of you asking questions in the side chat, I want you to know I'm taking screenshots so that I can save them and ask them once I got everyone answering these
Nice.
questions. I'm not ignoring y'all. All right, Two Wheels Down.
Okay.
You are tell us about your channel and or a video you want to recommend.
Excellent. All right. Well, I'll do a video and then I'll talk about the channel. So, video to check out because it's my wife's first video, so I kind of want to give it to her because I'm really proud of her because she suffers from kind of shyness, and her just coming in the channel, I'm really proud of her for it. So go check out. It's just her testing out the helmets she wants to buy. It's doing pretty good so far. No dislikes. Thank you everyone for being nice. And it's Sandy D picks a helmet. So that would be the video that I would. It's about I think 3 weeks ago. So it's up. It's close to 600 views, and I'm very happy for her. Yeah.
Found it.
Yeah. So that would be the one I would recommend. As for the channel, I started the channel 4 years ago, but I started as a whiskey tuber because as a bartender, I knew whiskey and I knew rum and whatever. So I started doing reviews on that. About 2018, a lot of the people that follow my channel wanted to meet me that live in the States. By the way, I'm from Montreal. And I decided, I had my C50T at the time, and I was like, I'm going to do the Route 66 trip, meet some people. So I left. Everyone told me you can't do a fucking across the coast country ride on an 805cc bike. And I was like, yeah, you can. And yes, I did it. And, yeah, exactly. You can do it on a 500. So anyone who tells you can't, don't listen to them. You don't need a road glide. You don't need a geezer glide to do it. No offense. I know you road glide but
it's more of a reason to do it then.
I did a 500 trip in the Australian outback on a Yamaha R3 on a 110-degree day. So you can definitely do it.
Yeah, exactly. So I did it. I met a bunch of people. I had a great time. And when I got back, the passion for whiskey and booze, it's still with me as a bartender, but I was just not really enjoying it as much. And you can tell in my videos, and people were noticing. I was like, meh. I started putting out like one video a month, one video every 2 months. And then I was like, I love motorcycles. I've been riding for 9 years. I really want to just focus on that. And I rebranded about 6 months ago. I've been losing subs, but gaining subs at the same time. So it's like replacing whiskey lovers with motorcycle people. And the motorcycle community is amazing. All of them. Like I've met military bikers, been really freaking awesome. Gears and Gadgets has been a huge supporter. Josh from, I can't believe I forgot the name. Shade Tree Surgeon. Sorry, I don't know why I'm hot. I need something to drink. I've been listening to everyone talk. I'm like, I don't want to be rude as a Canadian and leave while everyone's talking, but you can hear my voice is hoarse.
I already did, boo.
So anyways, Josh been really cool. Shelby came on the channel. You guys don't know who Shelby Daytona is. He's a mechanic on Shade Tree Surgeon. Been having like everybody just coming in one after the other, and just huge support. And I love it. And this community is like one big wave rises all ships, which is so different from the whiskey community, which is like, I'm going to get mine, stay out of my way, And it's just a completely different community. It's beautiful. It's awesome. Like, seriously. And, I'm not a renter. I'm not going to lie. I'm a long distance guy. This summer, big plan is to do the Gaspésie. For those of you who don't know, Gaspésie is right near Maine. So it's about a 10-hour drive from Montreal, from where I'm at. So me and my wife, that's going to be our first ever long distance trip. She's going to pass her license hopefully May 1st, and she's already got her bike. It's the Kawasaki 650S. So stay tuned. It's going to be a lot of her growth and her adventure as well, more than me. And I'm expecting her to take. I even told her, so you're going to take over the channel because you're adorable, and this mug is going to be like that.
Aw, y'all really keep
cute
together
girls,
too, though.
and cute women will not hurt your channel. That's for sure.
She's my Portuguese rock. So.
Oh,
hell yeah, dude.
Cool.
Now I'm gonna get some water. Thank you. Well, I'll be right back in 2 minutes.
All right, Wheels.
All right, thanks.
What are you guys drinking on? I am currently drinking Seagram's Jamaican Me Happy.
Ooh.
It's pretty tasty. Not gonna lie.
I was
doing that. I'm gonna go get something. I'm gonna go get a glass of wine.
No, I'm empty.
You ran out of my whiskey already. It's gone.
Uh-oh.
I'm empty with my Truly. That's why I had to pee in the middle. Just water now.
It's 10 a.m. here, so I'm drinking black coffee.
Boring.
Fair.
All right. Okay, I'm gonna start reading some of the questions from the side chat earlier. Well, first I want to say another comment. So when we were talking about Robin and Moto Michelle just finishing up their rounds of cancer, Cliff Chandler commented that he's going through cancer right now. He said, "I decided that I'm going to live life. I am fighting cancer and will live my life how I decide."
Wow. True inspiration, man.
And sending all kinds of positive vibes for you, dude.
Yep.
That's all you do, sir.
Okay. Yes, stay strong. You gotta stay strong, man.
All right, now I'll read some of the questions I saved. Ciotos86 Motovlogs asked, if everyone could ride only one bike for the rest of your life, what would it be and why?
I was hoping you missed that question.
I know.
Well, how about this? If you don't have an answer, you don't need to answer it. But if you do, then go ahead.
Well, it's easy because I will never get rid of Lazarus. And she may be old. She's a 1980 Suzuki GS850, but she was my first bike and I will never get rid of her.
Yep.
Period.
Lazarus is a girl. Interesting.
Yes, she's
all
a
this
girl.
time I thought it was a boy.
Not named after a girl, but Lazarus is a girl.
You can't assume the gender of a motorcycle.
You're right. I'm sorry.
2021 people, come on.
Yeah, I mean, like Briarios, like my CD500X is a boy, so it just depends on the bike.
It does.
True.
Mm-hmm. All right. Anyone else want to answer that, or am I going to the next question?
I got it.
Yep.
Oh, you mind?
Right.
Okay. Mine's quick. It's the next bike that I'm going to buy. I'm going to do about 2 more years on the K9, and then I'm planning on switching up to something a lot bigger and a lot nicer and a little more lucrative because I've been saving up for it. And that's the Indian Springfield Dark Horse, and that's going to be probably the last bike I buy.
Ooh,
good choice.
Very nice.
Nice done.
Let me know. I could help you out with that.
Oh, I mean, if you can help me out in Montreal, yeah, no problem, man.
Oh yeah, USA only.
I'm probably going to give a very typical approaching middle-aged, professionally employed white guy answer. Say a BMW 1250 DS.
Oh yeah.
It's the K-Swiss of motorcycles.
Yeah, I used to be like, oh, BMWs, I hate BMWs. And like, I turned 40 this year, and now every time I pass the BMW dealership on my way to work, I'm like, ooh, I like one of those. It must be a little age thing.
They are nice. They're
Yeah,
just
they are.
expensive.
Yeah, that's
Mechanically, they're
like-
bulletproof.
that's the one thing about them. I just looked at the price and I'm like, I could actually buy a nice BMW car for that money. So it's like, but
Yeah.
joking aside, like it's I suppose if I had to have one bike forever, it would be, I suppose, 1000cc plus kind of adventure touring machine. A V-Strom 1050 would probably do the job very well.
Yeah.
So who knows?
I'm with you, Keys. I'm with you on the Suzuki. I would definitely. It'd probably be the Bandit, the Suzuki Bandit 1200s. I love those bikes way too much. They're perfect for all the riding I do. They're comfortable. They're powerful. And they're easy to work on. So once you know
Easy
a
to
bike,
work
you're
on
like,
thing is for real.
Yeah.
The only problem that I have with the Bandit is that it only has like a 12-liter fuel tank, and when you live in rural Australia, that's about as used as a chocolate teapot.
I have a friend who just built an additional fuel tank reservoir on the back of her bike, and she's got a Bandit 1200 as well. She's got the first gen version. Yeah, I think I don't know how many gallons it is, but she can go forever now. I want to do the same thing.
12 liters is about 3 gallons in the US, I think. So it's not a big tank for a 1200cc bike, but that's really clever.
I've got almost a 5-gallon tank.
Yeah.
On my generation, the K generation.
Damn.
Wow.
But it's all right. I almost ran out of gas today, so I'm just not filling it enough. But yeah, big tanks are nice for a long distance, especially when you're in the middle of nowhere. That helps.
Something to be said for those big bikes. I can go 300 miles with my big one. Not a problem.
Yeah.
Damn.
You're talking to a peanut tank here, and this just stinks.
They don't call them road kings for nothing.
I'm with you, Whit. I got a 3.3 gallon tank. Not.
So the CB500X has I think it's like a 4-gallon tank or something like that. I can go 275 miles. So your gas mileage also matters a lot.
True. Engine size, your engine size. If you got a smaller engine with a big gas tank, man, you're golden. But when you got the big CCs that drink fuel, a lot harder.
That's what I have. I have a 650 with it's like a 20-liter tank. God, it's probably about like 5.5-6 gallons in the US, and it'll go a fair way. Which is, especially if I'm out west of the state here, that's kind of important because there will be a long way to fuel stops out. There's a whole lot of nothing out there.
Yeah.
I think we got off topic, but still a good one.
It's like what if you only can have one bike? I think
What? No
for it,
outside
right?
conversation allowed.
This is my fault. I apologize.
I mean, I'm like Amanda. If I had to say one, it would be Bob. Bob, it's going to take something significant to get him out of the family again. It's a special bike, but I kind of view bikes like shoes. You can never have too many.
Yes. I think I'm going with the new one that I just tested out this weekend, and Killswitch knows a little bit about this, the new Indian Chief. I think that would be the one. I love my Scout Bomber, but it's not comfortable at all, and especially after this camping trip I did. It was I think it was like 500 miles in total. It wasn't fun on this bike, and then I rode that one for hundreds of miles. I don't know how many miles we did Killswitch, and I didn't feel it. So I was like, oh my God, I need this in my life. It has cruise control, riding modes, a little GPS right there on the screen. So all these little things that I thought I didn't want on my first bike, now I'm like, yeah, this is actually pretty cool.
Yeah, the Indian Chief, honestly, if I could, if I would get it as my next bike, 100%. I would have to do some mods because my arms and my torso aren't as long, and the bike I really liked had the drag bars, so I was a little too forward. But yeah, I was really surprised. I was not in pain after 2 days of riding, and normally I'm pretty sore after riding all day. Those bikes, it was amazing, man. I would absolutely 100% get a Chief as my next bike, but I'm like, I got the Triumph right now, the Speed Triple, so I'm like, when I maybe in a little bit of time I can get one, but dude, they also they had a 116 with a stage 2. Oh my God, that's addicting. Like I didn't think I wanted a big engine and all that. I was like, I'm good with this 1133. I'm good. Oh my God, I'm addicted now. Yeah, it's that once you scrape pegs, you're like, okay, I could get down on this thing. That thing ripped, dude. It ripped.
I'm a fan.
appreciate it.
And by the way, guys, click that like button. There's 140 of you guys watching. We could do a little bit better than that. Come on.
Thank you, Ricky.
Like, share, subscribe.
Yeah, let's see it go up.
Yeah. All right, and another question was from Michael Coleman. He said he'd be very interested to hear about the helmet. Oh, wait, let me pause a second. It's 8:15. I don't know if anyone needs to go, but if anyone needs to go home, go to bed or something.
Go home.
Feel
I'll
free.
let you know. Kids are still preoccupied, so it should be good.
Okay, great. But if not, I'm just going to keep going and go through these questions. All right. So Michael Coleman wants to hear about helmet comms anyone uses.
Ooh, I have a Lexan now.
Alexa.
Mm-hmm.
Heard of that.
Oh, a what? I've never
Lexan?
heard of that.
I just
Lexan.
got it in the mail last week, 2 weeks ago. Lexan is Lexin is the concept.
How do you like it?
I'm about to test it out within the next 2 weeks because we're going to Hawaii. I don't know if I should share that or not, but yeah, so that's my first part today to test it out. But it actually has like a built-in flashlight part of it too. So if you're stuck on the side of the road or at night too, you can click that on, and it's got it built in from that end of it too. But I have a Cardo and I have a Senna or a Sina, however you say it. So too. But I'm excited for the Lexan.
Yeah, I use a Sina. I use a Sina.
Dude, I'm all about about flashlights.
Yeah, right? I think you would enjoy that.
Flashlight?
I'm curious to see how the quality is compared to the Sina or Cardo.
Yeah.
Most of the crew that I was with, they invited 4 owners, and Lexan brought communicators for all these people. So most of them used it. I used Cardo, so I didn't get to use it, so I can't compare it. But yeah, most of them had them.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't used any system for so long, for years actually.
You don't.
How
do you listen to music?
Radio.
I don't. I like the silence. It's like my favorite thing.
What?
Olivia,
you don't listen to any music?
I don't know if I could survive without music. I have to have it.
I cannot survive with music too often.
I need to blast my metal when I'm riding.
Oh no.
Yeah. I think if I was just doing the around town stuff like Doodle, I wouldn't need it. But like long haul stuff, I have to have music or audiobooks. I just have to.
Audiobooks. Whoa.
Yes, audiobooks.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that take you out of the moment though, the audiobook or something?
Oh no, man!
Well,
I think it's better because like I have a lot of songs that are already attached to memories in my head, and I guess it depends on how your brain works. But so if like a song comes on, if I'm just like on shuffle, then all I can think about is that like whatever memory that is attached to that. Versus like I am constantly listening to new books, and so then whatever trip I'm on is attached to that book in my head now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh. See, that's way more interesting than what I was going to say, which for me, it's audiobooks with what I was doing at work. Like, I remember I was designing the pillow for the beach collection on this when I was Yeah, I like your attachment better, Amanda. That sounds cool. What trip?
Plus, like I don't know how many of you had to deal with like doing the long, flat stretches of nothing. But audiobooks are useful.
Yeah. At certain places out in the desert, you gotta have something.
And podcasts. Any of you ladies listen to podcasts, like motorcycle podcasts? Which ones do you guys listen to?
Yeah. What genre did you want recommended?
Yeah, I don't listen.
Motorcycle.
I don't listen to motorcycle podcasts. I listen to Your Mom's House podcast.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Listen to that. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Wait, you listen to what?
They're so funny, dude. Your Mom's House podcast. It's not motorcycle related, but it's
not PG-13.
Definitely not.
I like Bourbon Soap.
Yeah, I like Anonymous Biker USA made a comment. Life tips with Amanda. Amanda, if you're looking for more video ideas, there you go. Life tips with Amanda. That's a good one.
Folks, just to let you know, I'm going to have to pop off because I have to go and get ready for work because, you know, I have rent to pay and stuff. Thank you all for having me on. It was great chatting to you all.
Pleasure meeting you, brother.
Stopping by, Paddy Outback.
Thanks for hanging out.
Thanks for being here, Patty. It was good
Thanks
to
for
see
being
you.
here and showing us your MS dress video.
Thanks to everyone who's just subbed me as well. I've just gone over 1,600 subs. Yay! So, I really appreciate it. And I'll get off my lazy arse and make an actual video like in the next house because I've been very
Yeah, gosh darn it.
Subs are waiting.
yeah.
No pressure.
I'm waiting.
It's actually really nice.
Yeah.
I've had people like message me on Instagram and stuff going, "Oh, dude, are you okay? You haven't made a video in ages." And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm fine. I'm just lazy." Sort that out. I'll catch you all again, folks. Thank you very much.
You too. Pleasure meeting you.
Bye, Patty. All right, MotoBlonde, you're being called out. Somebody called you out for being quiet, which means you get to pick. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not going to make you do anything.
And she's the funniest one. Have you guys seen her TikToks?
Oh, I love her TikTok.
They're so good.
I'm not on TikTok. Do I need to get on TikTok?
I love TikTok.
I'm not on TikTok.
Yeah. Oh.
I don't use it that much, but I've seen hers.
I'm 42. I don't even know what TikTok is. I'm staying away from it.
Heather, you repost some of them in your stories and stuff, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Right. Uh-oh.
Wait, I can't hear
your
Heather.
audio is...
Maybe that's why she's
Maybe
quiet.
that's why.
Oh.
Oh no.
You found the real reason why she's quiet. No.
She just thinks we've been talking over her this whole time.
Oh my god, it's so sad. Okay, well, she's gonna regroup that now. I'm just.
That's better.
Yeah, I heard you.
Yes.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
There we go.
Oh my god.
And I was like talking, and I'm like, I'm not gonna re-talk over everybody, and I kept trying to like, you must not have heard me.
Sorry.
Oh wait, now it's not even in my AirPods; it's in my computer. Oh well.
Oh. We can hear you though.
Yeah.
Okay. Then it's good.
Loud and clear. Great.
Okay, good.
Are we on a question right now?
I don't think
I don't
so.
remember.
So
Okay, I might ask another one then.
Go.
I didn't skip over anyone, did I? That was trying to answer. Okay. No. Okay, so next question, Anonymous asked, how do you keep from getting frustrated with the YouTube beast?
The YouTube what?
The YouTube beast. Anonymous, you want to specify? The beast's claws, the beast's troll, the beast.
Well, because there's so many like fractions of that could be like because the comment section is totally separate from the algorithm. Like
yeah, and they're
I'm gonna
their own unique entities.
Yeah.
I don't mind trolls. They don't bother me. I don't know why. I just, as a bartender, I've dealt with annoying people my entire life, and I'm just like,
just
okay.
wait.
That's what I needed to.
When it gets personal.
Yeah, dude, look at this face. It gets personal all the time. I don't really
care. So, if I become a bartender, how long will it take before I don't get upset about stuff like that?
Probably 2 weeks, probably a month after. Especially,
right.
it's actually.
All right, guys. I'm taking a hiatus from YouTube. I'm going to be a bartender for a month.
No.
Hey, anytime you're like a server or like serving people, you just learn a whole lot about being abused by the general public. So.
Yep.
Yeah.
Waiters, bartenders, busboys, kitchen staff,
Customer
anyone in the
service,
restaurant, customer service, general. Yeah.
True.
You develop a thick skin.
Mm-hmm.
And just know that the people that you know love you, so who cares?
Yeah. And then the people that I heard Shade Tree saying this in one of his videos that there's the people that they're very passionate about it, right? They either really love you, and those are the ones that are going to leave the comments, or they really hate you, and they're going to leave comments. The people in the middle, they just skip to the next video, you know. So they're not heard.
Yeah.
I saw him to the end of it too. The one where he was vlogging with her two wheels, I think. Is that the one you're talking about?
Yes. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And it's always something to remember that YouTube doesn't really care if it's negative or positive. It just looks at it like interaction. So every time you're mean to one of us, you're just giving us money. So it's cool. Keep it up.
Yes and no, because like satisfaction is also a thing that the algorithm looks at. And if somebody like leaves their comment within like the first 10 seconds and they leave, YouTube is like, oh, they didn't get what they thought they were going to get.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. I did not know that.
That also matters.
Yep.
Yeah, I guess that's probably a good answer to Anonymous's question about the beast too, is like the YouTube beast. If you're going to pay attention to anything or try anything, the most important thing is to make a video that makes people want to watch longer or check back on your channel later. Like what's going on there? And that's one of probably the biggest thing.
Yeah, and I've noticed also like a lot of these people that are growing, it's a lot about the people watching. It's not about them. It's not about how I look or how cool I am. It's about what you could bring to the table. You know, it's like searchable content and things like that. It's definitely that's what I'm trying to focus on. It's not what it's all about me. It's about the bike, the motorcycle experience, and my journey through it. So it's been working for now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm always trying to come up with good titles to videos because I feel like it's so that you get a title and a thumbnail and you have to hope that catches their attention. That's all you get, you know, like because not always people you want to not always have to have people search just for your stuff. So it's just catching that initial attention, and then once they see your video, you deliver and you hope that they like it, right?
Yep.
That's why I always write Nick Jonas naked. Tons of hits every time.
I don't know if you want that audience.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, no, I'm learning to just not get too wrapped around the axle about it, because when I do, I'm not me anymore. And that's where I see things fall off.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's why I'm over the top. I'm silly. I show my mistakes, and sometimes it resonates and sometimes it doesn't. And oh gosh, I forget. I was watching a live stream. I'm trying to remember whose it was, but the Henri one was the guest that night. And he said something that really kind of stuck with me. And now I like it whenever I get haters on there. Because he's like, because that's, the whole thing is, one, it does help your algorithm for the most part, unless it's the satisfaction one. Because I can see that. But the other one is they want you to get upset. So I'm learning to just do that. Hey, dude, thanks for watching. Appreciate it. Have a good day. And then they don't get what they want and they move on.
I just want to say hi to my friend Parker the Coyotes in the crowd down there. What's up, Parker?
Aw, hi Parker.
Hi Parker.
Hi Parker.
She's a new channel. Go subscribe to her. She's awesome, from New York City. Another bartender too. So.
Oh, cool.
Cool. So she can handle the trolls too. Cool. All right. Another question. D Lionheart asked, how do any of you get up ride again after an accident where you got hurt, if you've had that experience? What if you had the jitters? Do they ever end? So anyone who's ever been in an accident, how did you get back to riding after? Were you scared? I have not been in one, so I can't answer that.
I'm not. But I get on bigger bikes, and that's what terrifies me.
Yeah. I mean, I've
Amanda, you broke your wrist, right?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
That one's so hard because, like, yeah, I did get injured. I was on my motorcycle, but I didn't come off. It was like kind of a shock injury. I was on my
Your
Tiger,
wrist, right?
and yeah, it was my wrist, and my tire found a ditch that I didn't see. And when the shocks popped back up, I was still like on the bars, wasn't expecting to be going into a ditch. And it's a common dirt bike injury, and it fractured the little navicular bone right below my wrist. And I had to ride out. That was fun. It's like, yeah, there's a whole video about it on my channel. And I didn't have an issue getting back on the bike because I was in a cast for 3 months, and by the time that I was allowed to ride again, I was just itching to be back on the bike. But like, it wasn't as traumatic as something like coming off of the bike on the freeway or something like that, and like worrying about somebody running me over or anything like that. Yeah, because that's like a totally different experience. I have laid the Honda Shadow down on my way home in the rain. I think that was like a year and a half or maybe 2 years after I started riding, because a pedestrian walked out in front of me in the dark. And I was either going to hit them or I was going to fall over. So I fell over.
You're so nice.
And the bike slid out like 10 feet from me into the intersection of the road. And I just kind of like bounced a little bit. And the like was really shaken, and I got up, and the pedestrian yelled at me like, should have been going slower, and walked off. Didn't even ask like if I was okay or anything.
Oh my God.
And some bystanders saw it and came over and checked on me and helped me pick up my bike. And I feel like that was a lot more scary than like actually breaking a bone in the woods. Because I was scared that like somebody was going to come in this intersection and like run me over or the bike over and not see me because it was in the dark. And if you've ever been in the Pacific Northwest when it's raining, you can't see anything. There is no light. Like, thankfully I was only like 2 blocks from home. So I walked the bike all the way back to my house. And the bike was fine. I just like was so shook up. I didn't realize that my kill switch was off. So, which is probably a good thing.
Yeah, get shaken up.
Yeah, and my family raised me with a very much a mentality: if you get hurt doing something, you should do it as soon as possible afterwards, because otherwise you kind of get in your head about it, and like as soon as you're like able to, like obviously if you're hurt, you shouldn't immediately go to the thing again, but. And
get right back up on that horse.
Exactly. Same thing when I broke my tailbone off of a horse. Got right back on after I was killed. So,
oh no, if we're talking about getting kicked off a horse, that's a whole other story.
So it took like 2 days, and then I got back on the motorcycle. But yeah.
I dropped my first bike in the ditch when I was driving it home. I didn't get hurt, but I drove it into a ditch on the way home because, like I drove it like an hour home, and I just got my license. Like I didn't have any experience, and I picked it up. I drove it home, and I'm like, I should probably get off the main road. And like I could have picked any side road to go back home because they all connected, and I took one that went like all the way like switchback, and there was gravel, and it laid down, it slid into the ditch. I didn't get hurt, but there was a car coming the other way, like, and it stopped. It probably would have run me over. But then like they kept going. They didn't even like stop. But I had somebody following me, and they helped me pick it back up. But it did like, I think I kept riding, but I never really like, every time I went around like a sharp turn, that was always in my head. So like until I really rode a lot, like I never got over that until I got enough practice. So I think like just keep practicing and getting more experience. I mean, I was brand new. I think that was part of it too, because I was like, I didn't know what I was doing. So it wasn't as, I knew I just needed to keep riding more and practicing more. But I think that just getting over it and getting out enough to get over it and feel more comfortable was my kind of deal. But I was lucky. At least
how'd you get out of the ditch?
I had somebody following me home.
Oh, okay.
I literally bought the bike and like drove it home.
Oh.
So
What a badass.
that's what I thought. I'm like, yeah, I'm the shit. Like, look at me and my brand new bike. And
Oops.
and something was like, nope, you need to take it down a notch. They're like, nope, relax. So, yep.
I've been watching a lot of Formula One racing, and last year there was a really big accident. Like at the end of the season, a guy he I don't know if you guys saw it, but he crashed, was in the fire for a few seconds. You know, so it was totally crazy experience. And one of the things he was saying is that his psychologist told him exactly that, what Amanda was saying, that you should definitely get back to it as soon as possible, because if not, it becomes that big thing that you have to go over that hurdle.
Yeah, I only dumped my bike once, and it was on a gravel like everybody else in a corner, but it was in a corner going in. And I won't lie, for about a year after the dump, because I broke my arm, I felt like fear every time I was leaning into a corner. Like I just felt like I'm going to lose traction. I'm going to lose traction all the time. And it went away after a while. You just got to keep on going at it. But for like a good year, I was getting like I don't know, just bad memory of like falling, and I just didn't want to do it. And you'd seize up, and you wouldn't lean in as far as you need to, and you end up breaking in mid corner. But it went away after a while. But yeah.
This would be a good question for Brit Rap if she were here, because I'm sure she could speak to this with her crash and having to come back from that.
About it on the last live stream she was on.
And she was talking about that.
No joke.
Yeah.
For anyone who has not seen Brit Brap, you should look up Brit Brap on YouTube and watch her video about her accident. Broke her back, right? She broke her back.
I subscribed that 2 weeks ago because she was on your show. I think it was Doodle was on your show, right? She was there. I subscribed 2 weeks ago.
She was.
Me too.
Yeah, the last live stream.
Yeah.
That's how I found her too,
yeah.
I'm trying to remember now. I'm like, I may have messaged her about this stream and forgot to. I'm checking now.
She's like moving and in the middle of like a million things. So she's like super busy with everything.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, good.
I didn't see her in the chat either, so I'm not sure.
She's already like at track days and stuff now, and it hasn't even been a year since she broke her back. Hardcore. Cool.
Hey, if you could get on the bike, you can sit on the bike, you can ride the bike.
Yeah, that's why those stories are so important, and people like her sharing their stories, because obviously, for us people that have never been through that, if we ever get, hopefully not, but it's all bound to happen. It's definitely an inspiration. Really hard, but it's definitely an inspiration.
Yeah.
I
broke
got
my
a
knee.
new person on the panel.
All right, Moto Scout. Let's see. I just sent it to Moto Scout. He was going to join earlier, but he couldn't make it until 8:30. I don't see him to toggle the on. Do you see him on the right side?
No, I don't. I haven't seen him in the chat either, though.
Oh, wait, who? Did you mean you saw someone just pop on the panel right now?
Oh, no, yeah, Whit's little one.
Yeah.
It's
like the honorary 10th one.
Yeah, Whit's daughter.
She's busy eating.
Oh.
We had dinner, but we need like 5,000 snacks after work.
Hey, I live that life. Beautiful. It's okay.
Hi. All right, another question was from Fee. He asked, what's everyone's favorite gear advice source that isn't Revzilla? I think mine is Chris from Moto Legends in the UK. Has anyone got any other gear resources?
Port 9, but they're Canadian only, so that's what I use.
I buy a lot of my gear like secondhand, so I don't. I always end up finding my gear like secondhand or at thrift stores or swap meets. So when I see it and it fits, I'm like, cool. I don't know anything about it, but yeah, Wind and Throttle is awesome. Definitely.
Oh, she's a great resource. More female oriented. Sorry, guys, but she's got a lot of different companies that she has within her website, and she's able to kind of help fit you for what you need. So she's been a great resource this last year for me.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and the
I
jacket
also-
gear that she offers is beautiful.
Yeah.
Yep.
Also, like any female writers, like any of the Revit women's adventure team, like if you DM them, they will give you advice for gear, and it's not just Revit stuff. If you ask them about advice for gear, they'll give you like their experience and like, yeah, they're just super helpful. And I know that I'm biased because Chris Fant is like one of my friends IRL, and she's a part of the Revit women's adventure team, and she's amazing and lovely. Yeah.
Shout out.
Yeah, she's on the For the Love of Knobs channel.
Sorry for the pause.
So, yeah,
I was just
yeah.
sending the link to Moto Scout. All right.
Yeah.
Next question, or does someone else want to take that too? Okay. John Court
I'm biased.
asked- Wait, what?
I'm biased, but
Wait.
Yeah, he's paid out, so.
Oh yeah, look at that. You got the shirt on and the hat on.
this is the official one. This is the official one for the chief.
Oh,
You got an
nice.
exclusive here.
Nice.
Very nice.
All right, so John Court asked, now John Court's singling out Amanda as the Magpie Flies. At what age did As the Magpie Flies ride her first bike?
I think I was either 20 or 21.
You were a baby.
Yeah.
How old are you now?
29.
29.
She's 20. She's 25. Don't worry about it.
Right?
Well, it's just because like I laugh because like I think the last time somebody asked me my age, and I was like, I think I'm 28, and I think
You're wrong.
either my mom or my boyfriend corrected me. So they're like, no, you're 29, and I was like,
It's getting
Thank
hard
God
these
someone's
days.
keeping track.
30's coming.
Stop counting after 21. It doesn't matter anymore.
oh, yeah, I just
Yeah.
did the math. I'm 29. I'll be 30 in November.
Oh.
Man, it's all about attitude.
Nice.
November. Are you a Scorpio?
Yes.
No wonder we get along.
I know, right?
No wonder I'm afraid
Sorry.
of you too. Actually, my husband and my dad are both Scorpios.
Yeah.
I like Scorpios.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Horoscope hour. All right, everybody, name your
That
zodiac
sounds
sign.
crowded.
I want to know.
Oh,
I
there's
want
Moto
to know.
Scout.
Doodle, what is your sign, Doodle?
I'm a Leo.
Wow.
Hold on,
Fire
let me
sign.
think. Moto Scout just joined in.
What's up, guys?
I'm Moto
Where is he? I
Scout.
don't see. Listen.
So I asked Moto Scout to be in. He's got some beautiful videos too. One of my favorite of his videos is riding his Indian Scout in the snow.
Yeah, one of my only videos, right?
But he couldn't make it till just now, so I'm glad you were still able to make it. That's great.
Yeah, thanks for the invite. It's good to see you guys.
Yeah. But right now I'm just going
Talking
through
about-
questions from the side chat.
Talking about that chocolate voice.
Not everyone has that chocolate voice, you know. I don't have it. I
Moto
think
Scout.
mine's more of a squeaker. That's all right.
You got the
Anyway,
hair.
I
You
don't
got the
have
hair.
like a weird rasp thing that people comment about on my videos. They're like, I can't listen to you. You have the raspy thing. I just can't. I was like, oh, okay,
What?
sorry, bye.
Jeez.
What raspy thing?
Humans are weird.
This is true. This is true.
Like, I
Moto
get
Scout.
it. There are people I can't listen to too, but that's, you know.
Moto Scout, since you just hopped on, do you want to tell us your name, tell us your channel, what you ride?
Sure. My name is Chris. I have like a tiny channel in comparison to all these lovely people, and I'm just humbled that I get to hang out with these guys. But I ride an Indian Scout bobber. I have an 83 Kawasaki as well that I kind of started and learned on, and just kind of just have been able to go on a lot of different trips, but just kind of started doing video work or just started taking videos of actually my motorcycle adventures now. So hopefully it'll go into something. But thank you everybody for your support, and surely like all these guys here and how supportive the community is of motovloggers has just been like amazing to me, just to be able to meet all these people. So yeah, thanks for the invite, and thanks for just thinking of me.
No.
Thanks for joining us.
Yeah.
Cheers.
I'm just showing your video right now.
Oh boy. Now we can critique it, right?
No.
That's dedication, though, right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, we need some kind of clickbait. I don't have like the beautiful woman on the motorcycle going for me, so.
Hey, you know what? Neither did I for 4 years. I'm serious. It didn't work. I tried. I was like hair, makeup, tank top, nothing. Crickets.
I'm just here tonight
Yeah.
to prove that Doodle doesn't
see
hate
myself.
men. That's it.
Thank you, Moto Scout. I'm so traumatized by that. That's like I'm so
You
still-
should not listen to that. These people are gonna, you know, they don't have anything else to do. It's just hate.
I
It's just
missed
sad.
what happened. I missed this story. I don't know.
So it
Well,
was
Instagram.
Yeah, someone commented, but it's not like any troll. It was someone who's like watched my videos before, and we've talked, and they've been very friendly. And then I didn't hear from them for 6 months, and then all of a sudden I'm like, they're like trolling my comments. They're like saying I hate men and I think I'm a badass, and I'm like, what?
That's so weird.
Yeah.
And then you blocked Ricky right after that, right?
No, I blocked that guy. After that. So I'm like, no need to engage in this.
You know what? Ricky got to ride the Indian Chief, and now he's like big stuff. So now he's talking about you.
She was there before me with the FTR, so I can't front with Doodle.
I was so jealous watching all those videos. You guys having like living the dream out in Arizona.
It was amazing.
Seriously.
You're next, Moto Scout.
We'll see. We'll see.
Yeah. Keep it up. You'll see.
Yeah, you never know, man. You got to keep going.
Hold on. I was still sharing my screen by accident. All right, cool. So I'm gonna keep going through the questions. So Ciotos 86 Motovlog said, "This feels like a setup. Who is your favorite motovlogger?"
Oh my god.
I don't want to answer that.
I hate this question.
Yeah, that's a horrible question.
I'll be honest. She's on the panel tonight, so Magpie. Like, yeah. I'm really excited to meet you. I'm honest. Like, it's really cool.
Well, thank you, man. I appreciate that.
But Josh is a close second.
Like, do you see the calendar behind me? So that kind of gives it away too.
Oh, yeah.
Dang.
Yeah, look at Amanda and all her groupies.
Although it's April. It's April now, though. You got to change it.
I got hers too.
Oh my
There you
god.
Mine's in my
Yay.
kitchen. Can I go get it?
Of course.
Yeah, I need to change I didn't change it to April yet. So
Oh yeah, actually, I am still in March too. So Amanda's in March, and then we got and then Whit. Whit, you're next. You're in
Yeah,
April.
what's next?
Nice.
it's with the month.
I haven't changed it over. I want just Amanda on there for now.
Amanda, are you okay over there, Amanda? You kind of
I'm
red
fine.
over there.
We're all
Amanda's watching.
She loves the attention. Look at her.
Bring a glass and then I'll give you some whiskey. It'll be fine.
Watching.
No, but it's awesome to see like the support that you have around your channel and the community that you've built around it. Like that,
Yeah, it's like a-
insanely incredible to watch. Like when you were getting ready to do your long distance trip this summer, and just like the people that are pouring in to just help support you, it says a lot about you.
Yeah, it
Don't
does.
make me cry, you guys.
I literally wish I talked to her when she was talking, like last Friday when he did your live. I was talking to her. I was like, me and my wife wanted to go so bad, but because of COVID, we're not allowed to cross the border. But totally, Montana's like one of our places we want to hit big time. So.
Aww.
Yeah, I think it's what we love, and it's a lot about all of you on the panel. It's the sincerity that you guys. I don't know how you do it, but you're completely it's completely honest, and we can feel it on the other side of the camera. So
Yeah.
I totally get it. I'm a big fan of y'all too. So
Yep.
Oh my
Yay,
gosh.
Amanda. I'm wearing your shirt. I don't even.
Can I go give you a hug?
Yeah.
Is this
I don't have your
possible?
calendar, but
I think the answer to
Wow.
this question is unanimously
Everybody's like
Amanda
one up
in this
in
panel.
Amanda merch. Sorry.
Let's see how long we can keep her red.
Oh.
Amanda's not going to talk
favorite
now.
favorite
Another
motovloggers.
question.
Now I feel bad.
Oh yeah, what's the favorite motovlogger? That's a tough one. It's hard to
I
pick
don't
one
think
person,
we
right?
should really
I know.
There's so
answer.
many people.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we watch so
How
many
about
different channels
favorite-
for so many different reasons.
Yeah.
How about
Yep, yep,
maybe
true.
something
There you go.
that how about favorite non-motorcycle channel on YouTube?
Yes.
There's one where we don't have to pick favorites.
Yes.
I like it.
Favorite non-motorcycle channel. Anyone have anything?
Yes.
It's,
There's
thousands.
non-motorcycle channels on YouTube.
I like the guy that
Okay,
does
I'll
the-
go. I'll go. I really like this channel called Djibouti Dubs, or if you look up Djibouti Studios, those
Wait,
guys
how do
are
you even spell
really.
Uh-huh.
You spell it the way that it sounds. Djibouti.
Djibouti.
I don't know if I want to Google that.
I'll
Like,
type
does that
it in
start
the
with a
chat.
D or?
Djibouti Studios. They're guys that do like streaming. They do like dubs on movies and shows, and they do a lot of Twitch streaming. And I find them. I spend a lot of my time watching them. They're hilarious. So definitely go check them out. Anyone else have a favorite channel non-motorcycle related that you like watching?
I do.
Doodles
I'll
ready.
show you this one. Sorry, we got too eager. I'm in love with this woman.
Go.
She's she lives in the sweetest countryside, and it's like her videos are like watching something out of Narnia.
Oh, you've talked about
Like
that.
literally, like a Viking goddess Narnia, and she takes videos of like the northern lights, and she takes ice baths, and yeah, she's cool, really cool lady. But yeah, anyways.
Whoa.
I like my self-reliance.
And she does it in a
if anybody's
skirt.
seen
That's
that one.
hardcore.
Sometimes.
Yeah, no, she's right.
Moto Scout, was that you? You said self-reliance?
My self-reliance, yeah. It's just a guy like building. He hardly even talks. It's just him building all these. He's up in Canada, outside of Toronto, but he builds all these different structures on this property, and just kind of off the grid type stuff. So
Wow, nice.
I like that.
Cool.
I'm into a lot of photography and video.
It is fun to watch videos where there is no talking.
Yeah.
I
So
really
I
like
follow-
Elsa Ray and Baron.
Who?
Elsa Ray and
Elsa
Baron
Ray.
Link. So Elsa Ray, like Elsa, and her last name is spelled Rhae, and they live in a 13-foot scamp trailer, and they've lived in it for 4 years.
Whoa.
And she
wow.
makes the most
Nice.
beautiful, calming videos, and I just love her.
Wow.
Ooh, that's right up my alley. What's it called?
Elsa Ray. I will put her link in the description because she's just
Okay.
It's so good.
Oh. Wow.
Now, usually if I'm watching anything other than motorcycle ones, it's something to do with cooking.
Mm.
Because
Ooh.
I'm a big foodie.
You're the foodie.
What's your favorite thing to cook? What do you like to cook?
Yes.
Yes.
Well, really, truly, it's like, okay, talking to my husband and going, honey, would you fire up the grill and like grill something for me, please?
Oh, yes.
He's got mad grilling skills.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
But
Oh.
as far as just cooking, it's everything. There are very few cuisines I don't like. Very few.
Oh. Ooh. Mm.
Mhm.
I like Bill
So, yeah,
Burr's
it's just
channel.
like, if it's a food video, I'll watch it.
I like comedians a lot, so I like. But Bill Burr's
food-
my favorite comedian, so I'll watch Bill Burr's channel a lot.
Yeah.
He is pretty hilarious. I also like Bill Burr.
Yeah, Bill
Very
Burr's the
funny.
best.
He's got a channel now with his wife. They do it together, and it's really funny.
Really?
That'd be good.
Nice.
Aw.
So if any of you are into photography and videos and all that, that's a lot of what I watch. There's a guy, there's a channel called Make Art Now. Very fascinating dude. I love his stuff. I learned a lot of all these little tricks that I've been doing in my videos are because of him. There's also Trail Recon. He does a lot of overlanding on Jeeps and all that. I really love that. And I like the cinematography. If they dedicate a little bit of time in the cinematography part, I'm all in. So I'm trying to take notes of how to document my journeys. Even though it's on a Jeep, but it's very similar.
Oh my God, Ricky, do you follow Motorcycle Travel Channel?
Yes.
Yes.
That's a good one.
He's so good, right? It's so calming.
Well, I mean, like, he is like an educated filmmaker, so of course
Yes.
good. Like,
Yeah.
Motorcycle Travel Channel.
yes, it's Sterling Noreen. He makes all of the Backcountry Discovery Route movies, and he's just he's a filmmaker who actually has a degree and everything, and he just started making YouTube videos this last year. I think probably because like he didn't have as many projects going on, but it's just.
Also, he just started. That's awesome. Wow.
Well, I mean, like
started and already
YouTube.
have 130
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's pumping out videos all the time. They're really, really good.
Oh yeah, I follow him. It's a good channel.
Yes,
Amanda,
yes,
you've done BDR before. Are you doing another one soon? Right?
I'm doing the Idaho BDR in June, at the end of June.
Okay.
I tried to do the California BDR. That didn't go great. I destroyed the clutch on my Tiger.
Well,
Yeah.
That was $800. That was awesome.
Oh man, that ain't cheap.
Yeah. The California BDR is really for smaller dual sports and dirt bikes. It's not an ADV route. Like, it really isn't. And even Nathan from For the Love of Knobs, and he is like a hella rider. Okay. Even he came back and told me when they did it again with his heavier bike, he's like, yeah, that's not as much fun like on a bigger bike. Like, he did it, but it's not fun. So anybody out there who's like thinking about doing BDRs, maybe don't start with California, you know? Yeah.
So is the Idaho one a little more larger ADV bike friendly?
Yes. So before they made the Mid-Atlantic BDR, the Idaho BDR one is the one that like all of the ambassadors tell you to start with, because it's like it is the longest one, I think, but it's also like easiest out of all of them. And I've already done sections of it. So I've done Magruder Corridor and I've done Lolo Motorway. Actually, Lolo Motorway is the ride that I broke my wrist on.
I remember that video.
Yeah. But I'm excited to actually get to do the whole thing because I already kind of know what to expect in at least parts of it. So I'm very excited about that.
Do you think a street bike could handle the BDR with maybe some dual sport tires?
I think it depends on the BDR. I think a street bike, and I mean, like, taking it easy and like, you know, you're not going to be hauling, but you're going to want to make sure that like your expectation for mileage is pretty like spanned back. Because I've done a lot of off-roading on street bikes. I know. The Mid-Atlantic BDR is definitely doable on a street bike. I think that you could do parts of the Idaho BDR on the street bike. You definitely would be taking it easy. And I'll have a better answer for you at the end, like when I actually get the whole thing done. Because like the Magruder, you could definitely do on a street bike. You're not going to do it as fast as everybody else, but you could totally do it on a street bike. And Lolo Motorway, I think if you pay attention and take it easy, you could totally do it on a street bike. The main thing with Lolo Motorway is just like there's a couple of spots where there's like some bigger rocks and that kind of stuff. So you kind of pick your line and be aware that a lot of four-wheelers do Lolo Motorway. And same thing with like the Magruder. There are so many side-by-sides and trucks on the Magruder. It's much busier than it looks. But I think that counts for like pretty much every route. It's just kind of like being aware that you're not the only person out there in the woods. I know it kind of feels like it sometimes, but it's not true. I'm sorry I'm rambling, you guys.
No, it's okay. I want information. I have a friend who is a dark side rider. If anybody knows what that means, she's on the dark side. She puts a car tire on the back of her bike.
Oh.
And I want to try that. I want to try that and do some trails like that. I think it'd be cool.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, maybe not California though.
No. I'll take your word for it, okay? I'll take your word.
So what do some of you guys have coming out next for videos?
I've got top five most needed items for a road trip coming up on Sunday.
Nice.
So.
That's a good one. Perfect for the weather is finally picking up now. I'm going to do the Indian Chief review this weekend after the Arizona trip. Yeah, it's in the making. My editing program kind of took a dump on me for 2 days, and it set me back. So it's coming. That's next.
I just saw you on Marvel Kids. I guess he was riding next to you. He took a bunch of video of you riding.
Yeah, he just sent me a message about it this morning. I have to watch it.
He did a good job. He did like 2 days.
Yeah. He seems like a pretty cool dude, man.
I didn't even know he's in New Jersey. He's
chill,
like 30 minutes. He's like 30 minutes from me. So I just started talking to him.
Oh, nice, dude. Yeah, he's awesome. He's super cool. It was a lot of fun riding with them.
Eventually Hawaii. That's what I'm doing. So.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you?
That's
You're
exciting.
doing. So you're Whit, you're riding in Hawaii. You're flying out to Hawaii to go ride motorcycles. Do you know what you're riding out there?
No, I have to figure that out. And there's only two islands that have rentals right now too. So most likely I'll have to do like Twisted Road or something like that to rent. But yeah.
I thought Whit actually figured out a way to ride a motorcycle to Hawaii.
If anybody can, it's her.
Yeah. It's gonna be like
I'll take the challenge. I'm not good with
butt
water. I
Hawaii.
don't know how to swim. So
Floaties and we're good to go.
I do want to try an iron butt when I'm out there, but the longest stretch is like 32 miles and that's it. So there's going to be a lot of like crisscrossing and back and forth for it, but it's my challenge to do. So
Adam Sandoval did a video of Hawaii. I think he went over there. I think it was about a year ago, year and a half.
The Big Island, I think.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
I thought he was on Maui because he did the Road to Hana.
Oh, then yeah. Nope, you're right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. If I can Highland Top, that's a go-to for me. So
Yeah, I got to. I didn't get to ride the Road to Hana, but we got to drive it, and it was beautiful. And I was crying about not being on a motorcycle the whole time.
Okay, so noted. That's a one for me.
I got some videos coming up, but I want to let MotoBlonde talk. She hasn't talked.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. We haven't heard from the New Yorker up there.
Well, after my drone fail, I got a 360 camera, so that's probably as long as I can figure out how to edit everything. I just recorded that'll be my next video. Hopefully, it won't be as bad as the drone. I tried to fly a drone in my last video. It didn't work out very good.
I clicked on that. I was like, this is going to be like epic drone footage. And it was epic footage of you crashing a drone. But that was good.
Yeah.
Yep.
Heather, are you going to Babes Ride Out East Coast?
I bought.
Sorry, go ahead, Carrie.
Oh. Wait, me? I bought tickets. I'm 99% sure I'm going, but not 100%. But I have tickets.
Ricky has tickets to Babes Ride Out East Coast too.
I think they're gonna kick me out.
Yeah, if I could take 3 weeks off work, I would ride out there.
You just identify as whatever you want, and it's cool.
I don't think that's gonna fly.
Women
that's
are
gonna be my next, mine and Ricky's next joint vlog is gonna be we crash Babes Ride Out East Coast on our Indian Scout bobbers.
FBI, by the way, I have nothing to do with this. Don't come searching for me.
So I'll kick the coals a little bit on this one because I've thought about this recently, and it's actually been more because of DGR than anything. But some of the gendered rides that they have, like Babes Ride Out, they have, and on the surface, it's a very positive message. You know, we want to bring more women together. We want them to enjoy riding in a safe environment. I fear that it's very exclusionary. And on the flip side, with like DGR, I see the same thing, but it's not necessarily from a gendered aspect. I see the exclusion happening because they're like in their FAQs, it says you can only really do this if you have a certain kind of bike. If you don't have this kind of bike, go find some other way to support us. And it's like, in the grand scheme of things, is that really helping? But I may be alone in that opinion. I don't know if anybody else has thought of that or from that
I was
angle.
just talking to Whit about the DGR thing.
Yeah, like literally 2 hours ago.
Like, yeah,
Oh, really?
like right before the stream, yeah.
What are we talking about?
It depends on which city you're in. It depends on whether or not they enforce the whole Cafe Racer thing. Because like Missoula doesn't care. Like they let everybody join the ride, or at least that was my experience the last couple years. In Portland, they're very definitive. You have to have a Cafe Racer or a vintage motorcycle to join the ride. Yeah.
Humans like teams. Everybody like picks a team.
I think that's one of the things.
That's so weird.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I think that's one of the things I appreciate so much about Carrie's channel is she's not afraid to tackle some of these harder topics. And she did one not too long ago about sex, or basically, you know, the pictures of women on bikes on Instagram. Anyway, it was you have to go check it out. I'm trying to remember the name of the video that you did, but it was just so well done and so well articulated that even though it was a very difficult topic, it was one that you were willing to watch the whole video because it was thought provoking. And so, props, girl.
Thank you. It's the was it the problem with women in motorcycles? I think was that one. And behind the scenes, like I saw this actually happen because of Instagram post by West Rides, and his it's in the video, but it's him topless. He's holding himself, and he's like, you know, women don't want to see this from other women. Guys don't always want to see this from guys or women, both, but yet this perpetuates and why. And it was just kind of, that was like the knee-jerk reaction to the whole situation after stewing on it for years. And it struck a chord. And it's easy with the difficult subjects to stay quiet and to not say anything, because I think in the internet, there's it's an echo chamber, and it's great because you find a lot of people that are like-minded to your opinion on things. And on the other hand, it perpetuates so much that it just festers and it becomes horrible. And it's, I don't know that clicks is the right word, but it's like, I guess echo chambers is probably it, but it allows it to just compound and get worse and worse and worse. And someone's got to say something eventually, you know, if this continues, what's going to happen?
I think a lot of it, though, there is a little bit of fear nowadays to say something, because if you don't say it exactly how it needs to be worded, and I'm not saying this from everybody, but there could be a backlash and a reaction if you don't like say it exactly the right way that needs to be said, you know. So some people may be worried to say anything, kind of thing like that, because they don't want the backlash.
Yeah,
that's
comes
true.
with it,
so,
you know?
Carrie, do you mind kind of summarizing like what you said in that video for anyone who hasn't seen your video, like kind of what it was kind of about?
Yeah. So it was just kind of a reaction. Like, this is kind of what's been brewing in my head for years. And there's two angles for this problem that exist. And really the first one is marketing, and the fact that marketing companies in general take kind of the cheap shortcut route of assuming that humans are all simple machines, that we operate, we procreate and we eat. And that's really kind of where our things are in life. I mean, if you pay attention to marketing, the most simple broken down way of looking at men and women is that men sit on the couch, watch football, drink beer. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that if that's what you do to enjoy the time. I know women that do the same thing, but it's so much more complicated than that. Like, there's men that are the head of household, they're raising kids, they don't have time to do this stuff. And then there's women that aren't just objects. You know, they go out, they're going to graduate school, they're getting doctorate degrees. I mean, look at Lolly, she's doing great stuff, she's a freaking scientist. It's not just that we exist for these very oversimplified reasons, and they keep pushing this marketing down our throat. Like, women in motorsport are just objects, and that is where so much of the this back and forth on the genders and the sexuality just kind of comes. Is women are just objects, and that's like full stop. That's all we're good for. And we have to kind of push back on that a little bit and point out that, hey, we're actually complicated human beings that get into motorcycles for very complicated reasons. We're not just objects. We're not backpacks. We're so much more than that. And then on the flip side, there's this whole other, this was the hard part of the video to really tackle, was that social media is horrible at this. And if you go on Instagram, like right now, and you start looking up like biker chick, like the hashtag biker chick thing, you're just going to find a bunch of model-esque women on motorcycles. They may or may not ride. They may or may not actually represent the women's riding community. And this is what people see when they look into women in motorcycles. This is literally the first thing that they find is models. And it's not true. Like, the representation on the surface, like what people are actually clicking on and having the most interaction with, is not it's not always an accurate representation. So it was a very heated reaction video to that entire situation. If you go back and watch it, it's like 20 minutes of me just going like, I've had it. As a woman on a motorcycle, I am up to here with it. I am not an object. I've never marketed myself as that. If someone wants to do it, I don't hold it against them, but I hope that they realize what they're doing in the grand scheme of things with women in motorsport, because it's very, very tricky for all of us out here. It's navigating a minefield, a literal minefield. And that was really kind of the gist of it. So,
well, you did very, very well. I loved the video personally. I thought it was very well stated. And you opened it up and created a forum for conversation, which I think was the big thing.
Mm-hmm.
So
that was the goal. Thank you. And there's the whole other side of this argument here that got brought up in the comments on that video, actually, is men. You know, there's so many very watered down stereotypes against men, that men don't get abused, that men just do yard work, or, you know, they're just the breadwinners, and women make all kinds of like horrible commentary to them. Like, this is absolutely a two-way street. And if we could just get beyond the gender stereotypes on all that, we're human beings. I mean, if you look at it in the scope of writing, put a helmet on us, dress us up in the right gear. And if you're on the outside, you don't know how we identify. You don't know who we are, anything. You know, we're just another human being on a motorcycle. And a lot of the problems present themselves in the same way. So.
Yeah, I think you ladies are doing. I think you ladies are actually, you know, changing that perspective. And you see it also on Instagram. My account is mainly Indian Scout Bobber, and I've been seeing so many females love that bike. So I've been getting a lot of feedback from that community. And you see it. You see that a lot of people are like trailblazers. Like, a lot of you ladies are changing that view, that you don't have to be just like this beautiful. Maybe we clicked on the video because it's a beautiful face, but once we get to know you guys and see where you're actually coming from and all the things that we could actually relate, I think that you guys are definitely changing that slowly but surely. But I'm definitely seeing a change.
Yeah. There's so many positive female motovloggers and just YouTubers in general that are coming out that show a different image and different side. That that wasn't really represented before, but you see it more and more. And, you know, you can see who are the real riders, who are the ones that like really are in this for the love of riding, compared to, you know, just people that want to be Insta famous or whatever. And you could just, and I'd say that comes on the men's side too, you know, and it's, you know, it's awesome. And on that note, I kind of got to go. My wife wants to hang out. She's like texted me a couple times. I feel bad. So
that's okay.
Say hi to the wife.
I love you. Thank you very much for having me on. Doodle, first time
Two
on like
Wheels, thanks for stopping by.
Oh, it was
Sorry,
awesome.
I just had a little something to deal with.
No worries.
Second. Thank you for stopping by. Good night.
Have a good night, all of you. Bye.
Yeah, good night. See you, man.
Later.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Subscribe to Two Wheels Down. Go look up his channel.
Yeah, I would say too, just to chime in that, one of the things that's awesome about all the ladies in this group, but also some of the other ones too that I've connected to on YouTube, is that you're not doing the typical thing to try to just gain subscribers through kind of those stereotypical means, but rather just your love for riding and storytelling, which to me is why I watch the videos to begin with, because I just love the stories. And then through the lens of a motorcycle even makes it better, obviously. It just turns everything into an adventure. So I really appreciate the way that you guys handle yourselves and the way that you tell stories.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I have to say, on the opposite end of that, though, like there's always going to be people who are in it for the image.
Yeah.
Or right. And it's not that I don't want to say anything bad about them, because while it may change what people are expecting from women in the motorcycle industry, right? Like you look at a woman on a motorcycle and you may think, oh, she is just an object, but at the same time, that may be how somebody really just expresses themselves. They want to sit as a model on a bike, and I don't know, more power to them if that's what they like doing. Personally, it makes me uncomfortable, so I do not seek that stuff out. And it's something I probably wouldn't do. So I'm like, you know what? If they're having fun and everybody's happy, I don't know. That's a tough one to navigate. That's a tough.
Yeah, and you see a lot of people like hating also, like, oh, she has a lot of views or subscribers because she's beautiful. Like, come on, man, get a life. There's a lot of beautiful people out there with 0 subscribers, and it has nothing to do with that.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean,
Exactly.
if God gave me a beautiful face and I could be a model on a bike, why wouldn't I be, right?
Like, show me the money.
Yeah, go for it. If you got it, baby, work with it.
So Ricky, what is that like? Just to be so attractive and have people.
Yes, please tell
us. You know that I get that a lot, actually. Now, if you guys see my Instagram account, like the first 2 years, not one picture of me. It's all about the bike. And then I wanted free stuff. I started asking companies. They're like, yeah, but there's no pictures of you. Yeah. That's when I started taking pictures of myself, and here we are. Anyways, I was bullied my whole life, right? Because of my looks, my ear. I had a plastic surgery on my ear, but because the ear was popped up like that, one of the ears, through all my, when I was a little kid. So I've been bullied all my life, and then all of a sudden now I'm a model in Instagram. Okay, whatever. Thank God for Photoshop.
I don't know. It could have been those years that people were like, "Hey, look at this guy." That.
Well, yeah. Now I got plastic in there, so.
I didn't follow you on Instagram until you posted a picture of yourself, Ricky. After that, it was.
I knew it.
That told it.
Yes.
Okay, guys. So I'm really sorry, but I have to go. If you all want to keep going, I can just leave this open, actually. But,
we're good, right?
On, like,
it's a doodle takeover.
2 hours. We could probably.
Yeah, we've been doing it for 2 hours. So this,
the views are gonna drop as soon as doodle and.
Yeah. Can I just say thanks for going long, because I got to join. I was so bummed I wasn't going to be able to make it tonight, but I was glad I got to jump in at the end with you guys.
I know. I'm glad I was able to keep going. I wasn't expecting that either. But
I'm not super stoked that he's here, because he took all the shine away from me. But whatever.
He was robbing it all. You were, Ricky.
Followers don't lie, right, Ricky?
All right. Thank you guys so much for stopping by. Thank you everybody in the side chat. Thank you everybody in the panel.
Click that like button.
Just a quick shout out to Beggars and Brews and Bodine for being awesome people.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm gonna follow all these people. I still need a lot of people to follow.
I'm like trying to follow everybody here too.
Beggars and Brews.
All right. Bye everybody.
Cool. See ya.
Bye. Thank you for having me, Doodle.
Thanks, Carolyn.
Have a good night.
Have a good weekend, guys.
You too.
Oh,
Oh, wait, did she keep us live?
Is she still? She just leave.
She left it live.
This is
I was
hilarious.
going to talk with you guys after the fact, but we're still going live.
Cool.
Let's take over her channel. What do we want to do with Doodle's
It's a
channel?
doodle takeover.
I'm just like, wait, what happens if we all leave? Does like the live stream just keep going forever?
I think it
Like-
does. I think it does. She has to like physically end it. Should I message her? Are you
No,
messaging her?
no, let's just keep it going. Just keep it going.
All night. Let's go.
Oh my god.
Everybody spam the comments for Doodle.
yeah.
Wow.
Oh, it
Yeah.
My iPad died.
It's such a. It's always a good time.
Yeah,
I don't
we're
even know
still
where to
live.
close mine. Yeah.
It's
still
bedtime for
going.
us here, so I might have to pop out.
Oh, I know. It's time to do mom stuff, huh?
It's 8:30. They were technically in bed. Should have been in bed an hour ago.
Oh my God.
Oh,
that was
Friday
good.
Got to stay up
Uh-oh.
late.
Hello,
Yeah.
princess.
Party on a Friday.
Okay. All right.
I went.
Adios, guys.
Bye, Whit.
Bye, Whit.
See ya. Thank you.
Oh my gosh.
And then there were 5.
Yeah,
Bed.
they're five.
And I don't even know how to close mine. I can't even see the page when I left.
She's not even gonna answer me. Probably.
Probably,
All right.
which is funny.
What's up?
Well,
What's
she
up?
said
What's up,
she
chat?
had-
You got any questions for the crew? Now that we took over Doodle's channel?
Yeah.
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 This is the
leave
time.
your
If you've been
questions.
like saving questions, this is the time to drop them in the chat.
Oh wow. we
Somebody
played-
Iron Dundee. It's like Survivor.
Oh my god, I haven't watched that in so long. What was
Oh.
wasn't there like 20 seasons of that or something?
Oh,
I think
gosh,
it's
don't
still
know.
I
going.
never watched that.
Is it still going? Oh my
I feel
god,
like
it
it's
is.
still going.
Wow.
Yeah.
24-hour live stream challenge. Oh no.
Oh.
Somebody
I got
asked, what
stuff to
cars do you guys drive?
Ah.
I drive a 2000 F-150 XLT.
Ooh.
Nice.
As a Wrangler.
Look at that.
Dang. I have a tiny little Hyundai Accent. It's a little go-kart. It's tiny.
Truly
Nothing
not
fancy.
the vehicle that I thought that you would drive, Olivia. I was not expecting
know.
that at all.
No, it's literally it's like a go-kart. It has the smallest wheels. What are they, like 10-inch like wheels? Something like that. But it's so cheap to fill up on gas, so save money.
Yeah, that's true.
Economic.
It's like taking the Ford anywhere is like painful.
No. I ride
Tier- one
mostly.
tier falls
I don't
from
have a
your
car.
eye.
That's my transportation. My wife has a
Wow.
Nissan Versa. It has no power locks, no power windows. We got the cheapest one we could get as soon as we move here to Austin.
Hell
But
yeah!
we're getting a Bronco
rolling that
though.
window up. Yep. Yep.
Oh my
That's
god.
dude. That's my car. That's what I do. If I want to yell at somebody, I have roll my window all the way down.
Oh,
You
Yeah,
really
but-
want to yell at somebody.
when one of your kids looks at you and says, "What is that for?" You realize how.
You're getting old.
Oh gosh. Now I drive a 2013 Ford Escape.
Oh, what kinds of Fords, huh?
Yeah, Ford life.
I like Fords. I want a
I'm
Ford
pretty
Bronco so
sure-
bad.
I'm pretty sure my family would disown me if I got anything else but a Ford. But no, I can't say that. I had an Oldsmobile for a long time.
That's cool. That's
Yeah.
acceptable.
Oh gosh, yeah. The side chat's been scrolling so fast. I saw a couple of questions, but I missed them.
Yeah, I've been having to go back and then